from the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. It's time for New York Knicks basketball. Tonight, the Knicks will see an old friend as Nate Robinson plays his first game since the trade to the Boston Celtics. Good evening, everyone. Along with Clyde Frazier, Mike Breen on hand, Tina Savasio with us as well. That's right, Nate Robinson finally getting his chance. Looks a little strange in that uniform, but he'll come off the bench tonight for Doc Rivers. Meanwhile, the Knicks trying to bounce back after last night's bad loss to Milwaukee. Having all those legends around overshadowed what a bad performance it was. But good news for the Knicks is that Tracy McGrady will start tonight. McGrady asked out of last night's game after experiencing some knee soreness, but he'll be in the starting lineup for Mike D'Antoni. Now, that's certainly not a surprise that he's been starting since the trade. What was a bit of a surprise was Sergio Rodríguez getting the start in his second game as a Knick, Clyde. Mike D'Antoni loves this guy's quickness.
Yeah, and we know about Duhan's past struggles, so Sergio, what I like most about him, folks, he goes north and south. He puts pressure on the defense. He's always going towards the basket. So when you can break down the defense, good things will happen. If he doesn't score, his teammates will have an opportunity. He's also very unselfish, always looking for the open man. And displayed a talent last night we didn't know. It's kleptomania, coming up with 8 steals. And of course, defense can be your best offense. This time he'll be the beneficiary. So I think this guy is on the threshold of directing his team.
Now, obviously, the Knicks with a season-low 67 points had a poor night offensively, but Rodríguez is showing some flash. He was actually well ahead of his teammates on many of the fast breaks and came one shy of the franchise record set by Michael Ray Richardson for most steals in a game. Now, for the Boston Celtics, it has not been an easy year. Yes, they have the 3rd best record in the Eastern Conference, but the Celtics have been struggling over the past 26 games. If you look at the record, they are 2 games under 500, 12-14 in the last 26. Certainly injuries have been a part of it, both to Paul Pierce, who won't play tonight with a thumb injury, and Kevin Garnett, who still has some knee issues, but also the defense, not what it was back in 2008. So they need some juice, they need a spark. One of the reasons they got Nate Robinson. And as we said, Robinson, who did not play in the team's West Coast trip because he was still suffering from food poisoning and a touch of the flu, will get his first chance tonight, shaking hands with JoJo White. We asked Doc Rivers what does he expect from Nate.
Right now, not a lot. I mean, I'm just going to let him go out and be a player. We'll worry about him turning into a Celtic in Celtic ways later. We just don't have a lot of time right now. So, you know, one set at a time, one defensive assignment at a time. What we want him to do is be a player that thinks only about winning and winning basketball, and that'll take some time to do, and we'll do it.
It'll be interesting to see how Nate comes out. Clyde, after you were traded to Cleveland, right thereafter, you played against the Knicks. Nate Robinson, the same scenario in terms of how quickly he's playing his former team. What's going through his head?
Well, you know he's going to be percolating. You always want to prove to a team that they made a mistake when they traded you, and rarely do you trade a guy in the conference or the division as the Knicks have done, because you don't want them to come back to haunt you. And right now, Nate is in that situation. We know he has a flair for the dramatic, so the Knicks are going to have to contain him tonight.
Certainly one of the most popular Knicks of the past decade, Nate Robinson, now a member of the Boston Celtics. Meanwhile, very popular Boston Celtic now, of course, with the Knicks. Eddie House in 2.5 years. He was part of the championship team. He has many friends here, and the fans loved him off the bench. So some interesting dynamics tonight here at the TD Garden in Boston. It's the Knicks and the Celtics. We'll have the starting lineup and opening tip when we return.
Want to know what it takes to be a leader? How about just being the best? Like Ford Escape. This SUV gets an unbelievable 28 miles per gallon. And during our leadership sales drive, get 0% financing plus $2,000 cash back. Less stops at the pump. More savings in your wallet at your Tri-State Ford dealer.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Did the cavemen invent fire? Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Is Ed too tall, Jones too tall?
All we ask is that you keep doing what you've always done. The Lexus RX. Never has a vehicle been designed to feel so natural.
Welcome back to Tech and Talk. I'm Ranjit. This is Chad. Sir.
Hello, Ranjit. I'm stuck in a cell phone contract. Can I get out of it with no penalty?
There is always a penalty. You are now like my uncle's cow, Goldie, tied to a post, milked at regular intervals. Chad, shame him. You should be with Metro PCS. You'll get nationwide 3G coverage plus no contract.
$40 a month, period, for unlimited talk, text, and web. Metro PCS, wireless for all.
Leadership isn't given, it's earned. Now, Ford quality is unsurpassed by Honda and Toyota, and Ford Edge is raising the bar. Now, during our leadership sales drive, get 0% financing plus $2,000 cash back. Unbelievable quality, incredible deal at your Tri-State Ford dealer.
Back on MSG as we get you ready. The Knicks about to open up action tonight at Boston to take on the Celtics. Back in New York, great to have you with us. Bill Pito along with Kelly Tripucka. And, you know, Kelly, one of the byproducts of the moves made by the Knicks prior to the trade deadline has been a drop-off in output from Gallo and Wilson Chandler. How do they change that tonight?
Well, it's imperative that they get these two involved, but they also have to help themselves. They can't stand around and watching the other players, and to get them involved and not worry about those new guys. I think it's really important that a guy like Tracy McGrady, who draws a lot of attention, they can play off him, and Sergio Rodríguez, a guy that goes north and south, as Clyde mentioned, they've got to run the floor. So those guys have a good opportunity to play off of Tracy McGrady. It's important for Tracy McGrady to get them involved. So I expect to see Gallo and Wilson Chandler involved early in this game.
They combined for only 11 points in the loss last night to Milwaukee. We're about set for action. We'll see you at the half and after the game in the Ford Knicks postgame. Enjoy the Knicks at the Celtics here on MSG.
It's the same, only different. The forever fuel-efficient Civic from Honda. For great leases and low financing, see your Honda dealer.
It's understood that if you get up to get a Budweiser, you come back with a round. How you carry that round is a matter of personal preference. There's the six-pack Strangler, the St. Bernard, the flock of geese, the marsupial, the Sherpa, the Claw, even the more advanced Labrador Retriever. But we always come back with a beer that starts with full flavor and ends with a crisp, clean finish. It's what we do. Budweiser.
All we ask is that you keep doing what you've always done. The Lexus RX. Never has a vehicle been designed to feel so natural. Lease the 2010 RX 350 for $489 a month for 36 months, with $3184 due at signing.
Another fare, another night. Alone. Alone, my thoughts.
Think about the New York Mega Millions jackpot, Walter. It's over $80 million. That's over $80 million.
Right then and there, I knew what I had
to do. Get Nissan quality now. Get safety now. Get savings now. This is Nissan Now. A sales event with our best deals ever on our strongest lineup ever. 0% financing on every sedan, crossover, truck, and SUV. Plus, great lease offers like $199 on the new Altima. Event ends soon. Get to Nissan now.
Welcome back to Boston for the Knicks and the Celtics for the second time this season. Our closed caption brought to you by New York Lottery. Hey, you never know. As we look at the starting lineups, first for the Knicks, brought to you by T-Mobile. T-Mobile presents the first phone that becomes 100% you. The new MyTouch 3G with Google only from T-Mobile. And again, the two new Knicks in the starting lineup. Tracy McGrady and Sergio Rodríguez in the backcourt with Chandler, Lee, and Gallinari for Mike D'Antoni. And for the Boston Celtics, they're starting to get healthy, although Paul Pierce is out. He's got that thumb injury that plagued him on the West Coast trip, so he's on a day-to-day basis. Marquise Daniels will get the start for Pierce, Daniels' first start of the season. As Nate Robinson in the hated green, Clyde, in terms of Knicks fans, but it's good to see him. He's all fired up, pumped up at a press conference before, and he will come off the bench for Doc Rivers. Meanwhile, coming off the bench for Mike D'Antoni is Eddie House, and actually during the national anthem, one fan yelled out, "Eddie," for a guy that played a role on the team. He was very popular here in Boston with the Celtics as we check in with Tina Servacio. Hey, Tina.
Hey, Mike, and as Eddie House returns to the place where he won an NBA title with these Celtics, he told me yesterday after the game back in New York that he was shocked when he got the news that he was traded. He said that the Celtics actually held a meeting a couple of days before the trade deadline, and they said, everybody's safe. We have all the pieces to move forward and finish what we started. So Eddie believed them, and sure enough, he got the call that he was going to New York. But what Eddie says is, look, except for tonight and the next 2 times we play the Celtics, I hope they play great. I hope they win a championship. I was there in September. I know what these guys are working for. My job now is to help the Knicks slip into that 8th spot. Mike?
Well, it's not like he's not used to bouncing around a little bit. He did love it here in Boston, but this is his 9th NBA team, so he's used to going from team to team, Clyde.
Yeah, he had been here maybe 3 seasons and thought he had found a home, but you never know in this league.
And a tough matchup for the Knicks and for David Lee. Kendrick Perkins down low. Rondo left open, knocks down the jumper.
Rondo, the very charismatic backcourt man. He can dish and swish and steal. His weakness is a perimeter shooting, but draining the 15-footer that time.
Rondo, like David Lee, making his first All-Star appearance this year. Nice pass, McGrady, and Lee with a good, strong finish.
Slick pass by T-Mac to Dave.
Knicks come in having lost 7 in a row. Now 19-36 on the season. They've dropped 5 straight on the road. Certainly no easy task.
And they've been dominated by these Celtics. So last season they were swept 3-1. Celtics have won the first contest as well this season.
No easy task against the Celtics as 4 on the shot clock. Ray Allen, quick shot won't go. This is Boston's first game back after a 4-game West Coast swing. They went right out west after the All-Star break as Rodríguez took that extra hot on his call for travel. The Celtics on that trip beat Sacramento, beat the Lakers without Kobe Bryant, then beat Portland, and then lost to Denver in their final game.
And it is a capacity crowd here tonight. And it has been a very boisterous crowd during the warm-ups. So kind of like the Knicks are the sacrificial lambs tonight.
Again, no Paul Pierce. As the Celtics overall record 35-19. Garnett gets it down low, banks it in. It's the 3rd best record in the Eastern Conference, yet they have not played Celtic basketball over the past couple of months as David Lee knocks it down. Just 12-14 in their last 26 games. Now, injuries are a part of that, Clyde. Garnett missed 11 games. Pierce has missed now 7 games as Allen gets fouled. But they still haven't gotten back to that Celtic defense that they were playing during that championship season.
Mainly because of the injuries to Garnett. There you see Doc Rivers, their coach. So Garnett is the catalyst for their defense. So he's missed 11 games. Ray Allen has been pretty erratic, but this time he's able to draw the foul, so he's at the line.
There are about 25 teams in the league, though, that wish they had the Celtics problems. Again, at 35-19. Allen hits the first. Our Emblem Health injury report, the plan that works. Pierce with they're terming it a sore right thumb. Day to day. Pierce struggled last 3 games on the trip, scored 11 points, 9 points, and 5 points, and they decided to let him sit down. He also has the flu, so he wouldn't have played even if the thumb was okay tonight.
Pierce is their top gun, averaging 18 a game.
Lee dribbles it off his foot. Garnett picks up the loose ball. Daniels to Rondo. Alley-up to Garnett. He throws it down. Impressive play. And a perfect pass. Rondo with the steal. He leads the league in that department.
And also among the leaders in dishing with 9. And that's the grand duo of Rondo. You can count those 4 points to him. The splendid pass and then the steal. And the recipient in Ray Allen.
And just like that, 10 points already for Boston just over 2 minutes into it. Rodríguez spots up. That's an open three-pointer. Rodríguez able to put it in.
Normally when you hesitate, you're lost. Kind of hesitated, but still able to get it done.
That is not his strength. He shoots for his career 30% from downtown.
Should drop off a Rondo. You get too close, he goes around you.
Garnett shooting over Chandler.
Garnett's in a good rhythm to start the game. Previously posting and toasting inside, then stuffing in transition, and now the 15-foot jumper.
Clyde, would you say, even with all the other things going on with the team, Kevin Garnett, him getting back to close to what he was, is still the key to their success?
Oh, yeah. It's contagious the way he plays the game, as we alluded, especially on the deep.
Another nice pass from McGrady. Tracy McGrady already with 3 assists. The Knicks are 4 for 4 from the field, but they've turned it over 3 times, and the Celtics have capitalized on all 3 turnovers.
Typical start for David Lee.
Chandler right now is on Garnett. Lee guards Perkins. Ray Allen inside. That was too easy.
Rodríguez being exploited has to assert himself on the D.
The teams are a combined 10 for 11 from the field. Chandler sets. Long rebound out to Rondo.
He averages 4 of those, Rondo.
As you mentioned, Clyde, 4th in the league in assists. And he was crashing along the baseline into some of the ball kids. And the Celtics up 7.
I was talking to Tommy Heinsohn, the Celtic legend and broadcaster before the game. He was raving about Rondo, his athleticism, the way he plays the game.
McGrady to Lee once again. Those two working beautifully. Lee has 8 points on 4 for 4. McGrady has 4 assists.
Lee came up to me last night and apologized for his poor effort. Congratulated me on the Legends night and said, I'm sorry I couldn't put out more. So far, he's off to an auspicious start.
Ray Allen knocks it down. This shooting is incredible. Celtics 8 for 9. The Knicks 5 for 6. Not a lot of good defense being played out there. In fact, very little. Chandler tried to grab the errant pass, and the Knicks have turned it over 4 times in 4.5 minutes. That's been the difference right now. Celtics haven't turned it over as both teams are shooting well. This crowd really into the game. They haven't seen their Celtics at home since before the All-Star break.
It's not even a full moon, Mike, just a half moon. The natives are restless.
Rondo fancy play, but throws up the air ball. McGrady for 3, and that won't go. David Lee tried to keep it alive. Celtics not looking to push necessarily. Rondo likes the break. And the ball deflected by McGrady. Let's take a look at our scouting report brought to you by Acela Express.
I like that, the rat race pace. We've seen that early on. Strong drives to the hoop. Garnett has been effective there. Mental toughness. That's what Rondo brings to the game for the Celtics.
Marquise Daniels nails a 3. And it's 21-11. Knicks quickly down by 10.
Knicks had a woeful shooting performance last night. They can ill afford that now. Someone else has to get involved other than David Lee.
McGrady off the dribble. Way short. Rebound picked up by Garnett. Here comes Rondo.
Always keeping his head up. Always maintaining his dribble.
He's getting a little extra fancy with his passes, Clyde.
Yeah, a little loosey-goosey tonight.
Playing with so much confidence. One of the better point guards in the league now. And Marquise Daniels shot in and out. Nice tip by Chandler to Rodríguez. Rodríguez has quickness, drives against Ray Allen. Nice move, banks it in with the left hand.
That's why I like this kid. He goes towards the basket.
How many times last night did we see he led the break and there was nobody with him? Everybody was behind him.
He has a relentless energy.
David Lee the rebound.
You rarely see him huffing and puffing, Rodríguez, with all the vacillating pace that he has.
Just past the midway point. Quick tempo in this game. Lee lobs it into Gallinari. Little fake. Gallinari gets fouled.
Gallo looking to post up a little more. I think normally not his forte, but doing a good job this time to draw the foul.
Take a timeout. Celtics 9 for 13. Knicks 6 for 9, but turnovers have been the story thus far.
Friday night, T-Mac and New York look to hit their groove in D.C. as the Knicks take on the Wizards. Don't miss Friday Night Knicks on MSG. New York plays here.
Will bankruptcy put an end to the harassing calls from creditors.
We're struggling to pay our bills.
Is bankruptcy an option?
Can I possibly keep my house?
What about keeping my car?
Can bankruptcy stop foreclosure proceedings?
Yes. My law firm may help you get a fresh start while protecting your home, your car, and your peace of mind. Call us for a free consultation.
Will I ever be able to get credit again?
Yes, because bankruptcy isn't the end. It's a new beginning. In today's economic times, are you struggling to pay your mortgage, credit card, or medical bills? I'm David Pankin. Before you enter credit counseling payment plans you can't afford, find out how bankruptcy may help you get out of debt and get the fresh financial start you need. Immediate financial relief could be a phone call away. Get the whole picture. Call 888-LAW-9600. As always, your consultation is confidential and free. And remember, bankruptcy is not the end, it's a new beginning.
Running is a sport that anybody can be a part of. Doesn't matter what your fitness level, the only person you're competing against is yourself.
And I think it's made me a much tougher person because of that. So I feel pretty good about myself where I just don't want to stop. I'm in it to win it.
Now I'm that person that can do these things.
If you have two legs, you get off the couch, get out there and do it.
I love Jackrabbit because it's my neighborhood store.
Their employees were extremely helpful.
If I have any questions at Jackrabbit, I just walk in and ask.
I love Jackrabbit.
Eddie House has been what you could call a journeyman in his NBA career, 9 teams in 10 years, but what a special moment he just had here during the timeout. They gave him a standing ovation, showed a video on the big screen, and started chanting Eddie, Eddie as he comes out to acknowledge. As Tina reported, it was very emotional for him. He loved it here. He had bounced around in so many places in the NBA. Found a home here in Boston, helped them win a championship in 2008, and was upset to be traded. Certainly go from one of the best teams with one of the best records to one of the worst records. Not an easy situation, but he's been such a pro about it and gets rewarded with just an outpouring of love here from the fans, Clyde.
Oh, that was magnificent, folks. This place erupted standing, I mean, for 3 or 4 minutes for Eddie House. Magnificent tribute to him.
Now you got to figure the adrenaline flowing through his body right now. He'll get the ball on the rebound and shoot it 3/4 court. He's so pumped up as Gallinari hits a free throw. And they showed this video during the timeout. Again, showed his emotion. He plays with so much emotion. One of the quickest releases in the NBA. Made a lot of big plays during the course of that championship season. Had some big games last year in the playoffs. A valuable member off the bench for Doc Rivers and the Celtics. And Rivers talks so fondly of him. So does Mike D'Antoni, who had him that 1 year in Phoenix, which was House's best year. Numbers-wise, Garnett, line drive jumper.
Yeah, he's zoned in is Garnett. A lethal shooter now from the perimeter.
Garnett 4 for 5. He has 8 points. There has been no defense played here so far. David Lee on the pull-up knocks that one down. And David Lee is 5 for 5 from the field.
Yeah, cool, calm, and collected is David Lee. Well, House is a Knick because he can't create. They needed someone else in the second unit that could handle the ball, and that's of course not his forte. He can shoot it, but could not bring the ball up very efficiently.
Well, they've had last couple of years, even the championship season, the big question mark has always been the backup point guard for Rondo. If Rondo ever got hurt, ball poked away by Rondo, his second steal already. Gets it back to Perkins, who lays it in. And they needed a backup point guard. Eddie House is a 2. They signed Marquise Daniels, but he's not really a point, so Nate Robinson's going to get a lot of time at that spot.
Yeah, a valuable position for Nate. I think Nate should thrive here.
Gallinari, quick catch, tried to bank it. And Daniels the rebound.
Shot selection has been poor for Gallo. That's why his percentage is falling off.
Rondo already with 7 assists and 2 steals.
He averages 2 steals and 9 assists on the season.
Perkins, House tried to double team. Ball nearly deflected by Harrington.
Harrington should have had that one.
And Perkins on the follow. Harrington went for the steal. It became a 5-on-4 as Nate Robinson looking down the bench. When am I going in, Coach?
Yeah, that's why Perkins leads the league in field goal percentage. It's 61%.
Chandler goes to the basket, lays it in, and a foul. Garnett hit him. And by the way, as Monty McCutcheon makes the call, there are just 2 officials right now in the game. Kevin Fair and Monty McCutcheon. Courtney Kirkland came out. As you'll see Chandler make his move, Courtney Kirkland went out of the game. He's got some kind of stomach bug. He was very sick. He tried to come out, made it through the first time out, and then put a towel around him and went back out. So McCutcheon, who's one of the best officials in the game today, and Kevin Fair, like the old days, Clyde, they'll call it.
Yeah, there's a chance that the other official might regroup and get himself together and return. But that time, Will the Thrill was hell-bent to go to the hoop and would not be denied. He dunked the ball and was fouled and has an opportunity for the three-point play.
Meanwhile, you saw Billy Walker, the other former Celtic, along with J.R. Giddens, who came in that trade for Nate Robinson. Walker in his second year out of Kansas State, didn't play first couple of games. Ray Allen fouled as he goes to the basket.
I thought he took an extra step there, previously like Rodríguez did and was called for it.
So there's Billy Walker. He was a second-round pick of Washington in 2008, but didn't play, traded to Boston for cash. As he graduated high school in Cincinnati and then went to Kansas State. Had some knee problems in college that kind of slowed him down a little bit. And that's why maybe a second-round pick. But he's 6'6", 220, and he's from Huntington, West Virginia. So you know the D'Antonis are going to give him a good look because, of course, the D'Antonis from West Virginia as well.
Ray Allen among the elite free throw shooters in the league at 89%.
Billy Walker, by the way, played his high school ball. One of his teammates was O.J. Mayo of the Grizzlies. Played much of his playing time last year as a rookie. Was in the D League. Started to play more this year with the Celtics. As David Lee, this is his first shot after going 5 for 5.
See how he's dropping off a Rondo. He knows what he likes to do and makes the steal.
And that's the Celtics' first turnover. Knicks have 5. Walker goes and throws it down. Billy Walker, the former Celtic, with his first Knick points.
Michael Jordan that time, turning sideways going to the hoop.
Now, Walker for the Celtics this year only played in 8 games, only 29 minutes, so he's hardly seen any NBA action. This is his 15th total career game in a year and a half. Daniels fouled by Walker.
I was watching Walker on the defense. He was doing a good job seeing the ball, seeing his man. Then he lost Daniels along the baseline, so he comes up with the foul.
So Walker says, here I am. I'm a member of the Knicks with a pretty impressive, authoritative dunk.
Yeah.
The Knicks trail by 8, 2.5 remaining in the first.
Oh, Michael K, no way! It's me, Glenn, long-time listener.
Hey, how you doing?
Nah, come on, we're best buds. We need our own handshake, right? We'll go, and then bro hug, into the bro bot, and then boom, make it explode.
Oh, my card.
It's okay, don't worry, I can get it back, all right? What's your pin? Come on, seriously, what's your pin?
Michael K, weekdays from 2 to 7, 1050 ESPN, New York.
Remember when sleek, finely crafted performance sedans were just for rich guys with money to burn? Well, those days are officially over. Presenting Kizashi from Suzuki. Class-leading standard horsepower and available all-wheel drive at a price everyone can appreciate. Come visit your local Suzuki dealer for great prices on the Kizashi today.
Next time on The Bronx is Burning.
We're gonna win this thing this year.
It's opening day.
New season, new ball club.
And for the boys of summer, the heat is on.
I am not paying Reggie Jackson to ride the bench. Let me do my job.
The Bronx is Burning. Then, he was the straw that stirred the drink.
Reggie was tailor-made for New York.
Hear the truth about Mr. October.
Getting him here made us much better.
With all new interviews and insights.
I didn't really pay attention to what they wrote or did.
The Bronx is Burning. Presented by Cadillac tonight, only on MSG.
Some Knicks fans here at the TD Garden in Boston as they trail the Celtics 29-28. T-Mobile and the Knicks teaming up to let you create your own 3-game ticket plan starting at $99. Receive a Knicks T-Mobile sweatshirt, plus guarantee your seat to see the Celtics, Nuggets, or Heat at the Garden. Ticket specialist standing by. Call 877-4-KNICKS. Eddie House getting that unbelievable ovation. And what a nice tribute as well from the Celtics. So the Celtics love him, but Mike D'Antoni loves him from way back when he coached him in the 05-06 season in Phoenix.
He's just a lot better defensively, than I knew 6 years ago. A lot better at playmaking, and he just brings a real positive winning attitude to the team. And he does that in the timeouts, and he does it talking to the guys in the locker room. And it's all about basketball. It's about winning. And he did that in Phoenix. He was a very positive influence with us in Phoenix, and he continues to do it today.
Marquise Daniels hits both free throws, and the Celtics back up by 10. He's always been, you hear the expression, Clyde, he's a great teammate. And that's what everybody said about him as Rondo deflects it out of bounds. He's also not one of the quickest releases. In fact, between Ray Allen and House, they might be the 2 quickest releases in the league right now.
Yeah. Rondo always ball hawking. That's why he leads the leagues in steals. And the Knicks have it now underneath.
Well, Rasheed Wallace, Glenn Davis, Rondo, Tony Allen, and Ray Allen in the game for Boston. Billy Walker, Eddie House, Lee, Harrington, and Rodríguez for the Knicks. Lee, quick catch and shoot. The shooting number still superb, 67% for the Celtics, 60 for the Knicks. And Nate Robinson has just gotten off the bench. He's set to make his Celtic debut. As we come up on 2 minutes remaining here in the first.
See how the crowd will accept Nate now.
Rondo in and out, and Davis the rebound. Ray Allen fires away. That's a 3.
And that's inexplicable. You look at the Celtics, they're the worst offensive rebounding team in the league. That time getting a second opportunity.
House to David Lee. Lee down the lane. Bank shot won't go. Walker comes flying in, grabs it, kicks it out to Rodríguez.
Walker was soaring above the rim that time.
Now Harrington knocks down the 3.
Yeah, they need Al to erupt. Hasn't had a big game recently.
You know, Clyde, that the Celtics, now they're the 4th best shooting team in the league, so that's part of the reason why they're not a great offensive rebounding team, because they hit more shots than most. But rebounding has been a problem for them overall. They're one of the worst, not just the offense, as Rasheed Wallace knocks it down. And it's surprising for a team like this.
Yeah, with Garnett out there. Well, Pierce only averages 4 rebounds. Rondo averages that. Mixed with some continuity.
Harrington out of control, lost it. Rondo all the way, and a hard foul from Walker. And Nate Robinson will make his first appearance, taking off the new uniform, and he'll get an ovation from the Celtic fans. Still wearing number 4. Well, how about this for a welcome?
Crowd in a very jubilant mood tonight. Giving Nate a standing ovation.
Now, as we mentioned, Robinson did not make the trip to them on the West Coast because of the food poisoning and the flu. He got sick at the end of All-Star weekend. So this is his first appearance.
Rondo, a dreadful free throw shooter, 59%, but he makes these.
38-24, Knicks down 14. There's pressure from Robinson on Rodríguez. Nice pass inside. Lee banks it in, and a foul. Fumbled the ball a little bit. Lee with those excellent hands, able to hold on as the foul goes against Glenn Davis.
Lee has been a beneficiary of some good dishing, primarily early on by T-Mac. And this time, watch the pick and roll with Rodríguez. A little delayed pick and roll, and the finish to send him to the line.
Knicks just 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Celtics 8 for 8. Rondo goes at House. Tony Allen on the drive.
Good D that time by Walker.
Lee, good outlet pass to House.
Saw Walker stay on his feet, not going for the fake.
Walker's energy, that's what strikes you right away, Clyde.
Yeah, and his leaping ability. This guy's soaring above the basket.
Shot clock is turned off. Rodríguez won't go, but he got hit. Davis picks up his second. And good aggressive move from Rodríguez, who looked sharp tonight. 5 points, couple of assists.
Rodríguez always looking to manipulate off the dribble. This time along the baseline, saw an opening, got to the hoop to draw the foul.
It's been a very good offensive first quarter for the Knicks, but you look at the Celtics, 38 points on 64% shooting.
Well, the Celtics are controlling the tempo. The Knicks don't want to get caught up in this type of game, but right now they are.
Ryan Scalabrine will check in along with Ray Allen. Scalabrine was one of the names that we heard was possibly going to be in that Nate Robinson deal. Talked to him before the game. He was very happy that he remained in Boston. He loves it here. He's a big fan favorite here as well.
Former Nets, Scalabrine.
Final seconds. Here comes Rondo. Launches up a three. And that will end the first quarter. One of the few shots the Celtics didn't knock down. Nate Robinson made his debut. Got a little sweat in his first game with the Boston Celtics. Meanwhile, David Lee, 12 points to lead the Knicks. Ray Allen, 13 for Boston. A beautiful ovation for Eddie House. Terrific one as well for Nate Robinson, including the man that traded him. First quarter complete in Boston. Knicks down 11.
For 25 years, the focus at Sam Adams has been on quality, not quantity. People think we're bigger than we actually are.
How big do you think Sam Adams is?
Huge. 30% of the market?
10% of the market.
Sam Adams is less than 1% of the entire U.S. beer market.
Samuel Adams, we're in a perfect place as brewers. We're big enough to be able to get whatever ingredients from wherever in the world we need to get it from, and we're small enough to still want to do all that crazy stuff.
And you can taste that passion in every glass.
This Friday, New York's toughest cop gets a partner.
I move my bowels all over my toilet.
Are you kidding me right now?
Interrogate him.
Just don't steal all these lines that you see in the movies.
I'm not gonna shoot you, Frank.
Bruce Willis.
What are you, in the 5th grade?
Tracy Morgan.
Stop in the name of the law! Why did you smack me?
I was in the moment, and the moment said smack.
Cop Out. Rated R. See what was too funny for TV. Go to copoutmovie.com in theaters this Friday.
All we ask is that you keep doing what you've always done. The Lexus RX. Never has a vehicle been designed to feel so natural.
The second quarter of tonight's Knicks game is presented by Foot Locker. Foot Locker, the official athletic retailer of the New York Knicks.
New York Knicks basketball brought to you in part by Emblem Health. The plan that works. By Acura Advance. And by Miller Lite. Triple hops brewed for that great Pilsner taste. Taste greatness. Second quarter set to begin in Boston. Knicks trailing the Celtics 38-27. Both teams red hot shooting the basketball. A reminder, you can test drive any new Kia vehicle at a participating tri-state area Kia retailer till March 19th. Get a pair of Knicks tickets free while supplies last. Go to nyknicks.com for details and a list of tri-state Kia retailers near you. Nate Robinson in the game. Came in at the end of the first quarter. Eddie House came in as well. As we said, both got wonderful ovations from the fans.
Yeah, they did. It was very exciting.
Now, Robinson, who has had sporadic defense as a member of the Knicks. There were times where you could see he could be a good defender, but Walker goes flying high again on a beautiful pass from Rodríguez. And Billy Walker, very impressive, Clyde.
Yeah, like Billy Skywalker. Kenny Walker, we used to call Skywalker. This guy has hops.
Scalabrine to Davis. Davis inside, lays it in nicely. Now, Clyde, I really haven't seen this kid play. He only played 6 games and 8 minutes as a rookie last year for the Celtics. Chandler misfires and hardly saw him play this year. Nate Robinson blocked from behind by Rodríguez. Oh, Rodríguez ahead to Harrington. Harrington lost it, got it back, kicks it out to Eddie House. House pass deflected.
Good transition D. Allen is open.
Robinson deflected by Rodríguez. Robinson gets it back. So a difficult start for Nate Robinson.
Splendid hands by Rodríguez.
House to Harrington. Harrington gets mauled by Rasheed Wallace. And look, Wallace just raised his hand. He agreed with the call, Clyde.
That's a rarity. Now, among the leaders in technical fouls every season is Wallace. Rodríguez, excellent hands. This is the alley-oop to Skywalker with the flesh.
Again, he had major knee surgery back when he was in college. Yet he still can jump. Wow.
And I've been watching him on defense. He has a good perception of where the ball is, where his man is. So I think this might be a good pickup for the Knicks.
Well, he's going to get a look, that's for sure. He's certainly active. Again, when you look at the Celtics, it just wasn't room for him to play. He's only 22 years old. 40-31. Knicks down by 9. Just over a minute gone by. Here's Wallace. Robinson gets that to go. And Nate Robinson with his first points as a Boston Celtic. It is strange to see him in a different uniform, Clyde.
Yeah.
And moving screen is called. It's against Billy Walker. Walker with 3 quick fouls.
Walker actually was trying to get out of the way and inadvertently charged with the foul. That was Nate along the baseline with the jumper, but he's been bedeviled by Rodríguez's quick hands. So Nate has a couple of turnovers early on. Gallo checks in. Nate brings it up.
Yeah, he's only a Knick for 4.5 years, but because of the type of personality he was, the type of player, he made such an impression. One of the more, probably the most popular player for the Knicks since Latrell Sprewell. Rasheed Wallace way off the mark. Allen the rebound, puts it back up and in. Knicks getting crushed on the boards, but this is going to be a nightly occurrence with the trade. The Knicks, one of the smaller teams in the league. They just don't have any size, as Robinson called for a reach-in. And that's one of the reasons why a Celtic team, again, that's not a good rebounding team, should dominate in that area tonight, Clyde.
Yeah, because the Knicks, if you don't focus on blocking out, especially when you're undersized, you will get pulverized on the glass. Last night, continuity was a Knick problem. Has been better tonight. Guys moving the ball, moving themselves. This time, too much dribbling.
Harrington steps back and gets it to go. Harrington had a good game. 30 points off the bench in the first meeting between the two. That was seemed like a long time ago. The Knicks lost in overtime to the Celtics back in November. It was November 22nd. The game that Kevin Garnett hit the jumper at the buzzer to win it in overtime. As Scalabrini's shot won't go.
Scalabrine literally shooting from behind the rim that time. Too deep in the corner.
Harrington will try again. Scalabrine, quick outlet to Tony Allen.
Allen, another very talented player, but has been injury prone.
Wallace looked like his toe was on the line. They say a 2-pointer for Rasheed Wallace. He's had an interesting year, Clyde, with them. He's had some very good games, but he's had a lot of games where he's been invisible. As Chandler knocks down a 3, answers right back.
High arcing shot that time by Will.
Knicks 3 of 6 from 3-point range. And Tony Allen lost it out of bounds, so we'll have a timeout. Just over 3 minutes gone by here in the second. Been an entertaining game so far in Boston. Knicks, though, down by 10.
Tonight after the game, we've got what you need. Highlights, analysis, the inside story from Coach D and the players, plus a trip around the league. For Knicks postgame, only on MSG.
Will bankruptcy put an end to the harassing calls from creditors?
We're struggling to pay our bills.
Is bankruptcy an option?
Can I possibly keep my house?
What about keeping my car?
Can bankruptcy stop foreclosure proceedings?
Yes. My law firm may help you get a fresh start while protecting your home, your car, and your peace of mind. Call us for a free consultation.
Will I ever be able to get credit again?
Yes, because bankruptcy isn't the end. It's a new beginning. In today's economic times, are you struggling to pay your mortgage, credit card, or medical bills? I'm David Pankin. Before you enter credit counseling payment plans you can't afford, find out how bankruptcy may help you get out of debt and get the fresh financial start you need. Immediate financial relief could be a phone call away. Get the whole picture. Call 888-9600. As always, your consultation is confidential and free. And remember, bankruptcy is not the end, it's a new beginning.
Now more than ever, you need to be smarter with your money. Making every dollar count yields value. That's why the smart money is going to Acura of Manhattan, where the value of the cars we sell is high and our prices are low. You'll find luxury is standard at Acura of Manhattan, and that standard is high. Here's a smart play. A brand new 2010 TSX, astutely priced at only $299 per month. The smart money comes to Acura of Manhattan because it's smart to get luxury for less.
Nate Robinson has 2 points, had a shot block, couple of turnovers, but bringing the energy as the Celtics lead by 10 in his first game with the Boston Celtics. He had a press conference with all the media prior to his first game in a Boston uniform, and he was asked about his relationship with Mike D'Antoni and why it didn't go so well some of the time.
I honestly don't know. I mean, I've done everything Coach asked, and I guess it wasn't good enough. But I'm always going to keep trying, no matter if we don't see eye to eye. I'm going to try to do everything I can to to help my team win. And but like I said, I'm a big firm believer on things happen for a reason. So everything's not going to be perfect. There's been times where your mom probably told you you and your mom or your dad not see eye to eye, but you always going to love them. You always are going to respect them. I respect Coach. I still love Coach. Everything is the same. I'm just on a different team, and now I have a new coach that I'm looking up to and listening to and everything like that.
Well, Robinson saying nice things as Gallinari misfires on the three. And, he did some things that would drive coaches crazy and fans crazy, but he also did a lot of positive things. And he's tough not to like. He's such a likable fella, Clyde.
Yeah, and an extraordinary athlete at his size, what he's able to accomplish in this league.
I still think, as he misses that, this might be a perfect situation for him because he really needs to be on a team that has real veteran leadership amongst his players, and that's been something the Knicks have not had for a number of years. As Rodríguez drives, looks like he got hit. And they're going to say Celtics ball. They're upset, and maybe because there are only 2 officials, they missed it. With more on Nate, let's go to Tina.
And we heard Nate talking about his old coach. I talked to Nate before the game about his new coach, and Doc Rivers, and he said the first thing he did when he got to Boston before he even took his physical was talk to Doc. He wanted to actually meet the Celtics out there and get to that Denver game, but Doc wanted him to really get 100% from that food poisoning, that flu, the dehydration, get his physical. He says, Nate, I want you to study. He said, so Tina, man, I just got out the playbooks and I was studying. Coach wants me to learn the plays 100%, and that's what I'm doing. Sure enough, Nate had the playbook right in front of him when I was talking to him, Mike.
Yep, Tina, and Doc Rivers also said to him, stay away from my players. You got the flu. You're not going to infect anybody else on your new team. Scalabrine knocks down the 3. And the Knicks down 13 again.
Nice dishing and swishing now by the Celtics. Good ball movement around the perimeter.
15 assists for Boston. But don't you think this type of team, Clyde, the Boston Celtics, is certainly a better fit as Harrington's call for travel?
Yeah, I like you said, I think Nate will conform, won't be so unbridled on this championship team, a veteran team. So I think his play will be more cohesive. And obviously they need his talent, especially the second unit that you're seeing now. They need a guy of his ability that can bring the ball up and create.
They're an older team, so as Doc Rivers said, getting some juice was important. Robinson pulls up, shot won't go. Again, Mike D'Antoni was arguing that last call. Kevin Fair, the official along the baseline, said to him, I'm doing the best I can. Again, these officials used to working with 3 guys, but Courtney Kirkland is sick back in the locker room as Harrington gets hammered.
Yeah, but I don't like that answer, though, Mike. I'm doing the best I can. Well, come on, man. You're the official. What do you mean you're doing the best you can?
What he's doing is he's trying to cover as much ground as possible without the third guy.
You should tell Mike D'Antoni to sit down. I'm doing the best I can. So he's talking like that. He's copping out because you don't have 3 officials. You can't do it with 2. Come on.
I have to tell you, when I used to referee in high school games and a guy would give you, sometimes that used to be a line that would quiet a coach down if he gets the first free throw. We'll get to that second. 1977, a year New York will never forget. Tonight on MSG, don't miss The Bronx is Burning. as Reggie Jackson joins the Bronx Zoo, followed by an exclusive look at the summer of '77 featuring Reggie, Spike Lee, and others. Tonight and every night this week at 10:30 on MSG Network, presented by Cadillac. Because when you say that to a coach, there's really nothing they can say back to you after arguing.
Do your job. They can say that.
Well, that's what he's saying. I'm doing.
He's not doing his job. He's saying I'm doing the best I can. That's not doing his job. Yeah, I don't think 100% of you saying you're doing the best you can. Come on, man. That's like copping out. You're doing the best you can. You didn't see it.
Rodríguez kicks it out to Gallinari.
It's like I go to the free throw line. I'm 0 for 10, but I'm doing the best I can. That ain't good enough.
Rodríguez hits it. Rodríguez with 8 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. Knicks down by 10, just past the midway point of the second. Rondo.
Lee doing a good job. Don't contest him on the perimeter.
Davis knocks in the shot. Rodríguez sharp here in his third game. Gallinari draws the foul on Ray Allen. Rodríguez and the Knicks doing a good job spotting the mismatch, and we'll take a timeout. 5:27 remaining here in the second. The Knicks down by 12. As the shooting continues hot for both teams, both well over 50%.
Got to make a play here. Find the opening. Be precise. Hit that guy. Hit that guy. Got to make a play. Go. Hit that guy. Let's do it again.
Winning takes intense preparation.
Catch it. Catch it.
It starts with Wheaties Fuel. A bold honey cinnamon crunch cereal with complex carbs and B vitamins.
New Wheaties Fuel. Prepare to win.
Get Nissan quality now. Get safety now. Get savings now. This is Nissan Now. A sales event with our best deals ever on our strongest lineup ever. 0% financing on every sedan, crossover, truck, and SUV. Plus, great lease offers like $199 on the new Altima. Event ends soon. Get to Nissan now.
Tomorrow, get to know the real George Steinbrenner on the Game 365.
Difficult, tough to get along with. George had a soft spot. I think it took me 30 years to find it.
Then The Bronx is Burning continues tomorrow night on MSG. Friday night, T-Mac and New York Knicks have hit their groove in D.C. as the Knicks take on the Wizards. Then it's straight talk from Coach D on the Mike D'Antoni Show. Don't miss Friday Night Knicks on MSG. New York plays here.
Knicks down by 12, 5:27 remaining in the second. Knicks trying to get the new players involved. They're trying to get the new players involved with Rodríguez as the point guard, Tracy McGrady with some of the older players like Wilson Chandler and Danilo Gallinari. It's a complete different dynamic on the court, and D'Antoni was asked about that as Chandler and Gallinari trying to get used to the new teammates.
I think you have a tendency that you kind of watch other guys, especially somebody like McGrady's name come in, and you kind of defer a little bit, and we needed them to be aggressive. And we also need our point guards to get them involved a little bit or get the thing going. But, you know, you're going to have Eddie and you're going to have Tracy are going to be aggressive. And they're going to take up the bulk of the shots if you don't stick your nose in there, and hopefully they will.
But how long does it take to get used to, especially a player like McGrady, the ball's in his hand a lot, not only for shooting but for distributing? How long does it take to get really comfortable with new teammates?
Well, it's hard to put a time limit, Mike. It's just basic basketball. I like what I've seen from T-Mac because he's been able to find open people, especially David Lee. So right away that tells me if I get to the open spot, he's going to get me the ball. And that should mitigate the time. I think right away, you know, if I go to the open spot, the man is giving the ball up. So that should help the cohesion early on. Whereas if he's shooting the ball and you don't know when he's going to pass, then it's going to take longer to get that continuity.
Well, the Knicks really struggled offensively, as you said earlier. Zero continuity for the second half last night, where they had 26 points as a team. There's Gallinari and Chandler's numbers this evening so far. Still trying to get used to it.
Yeah, both guys averaging about 15 points a game on the season. Garnett, a hot shooter in the first quarter. Looking to post and toast.
He's double team. Outlet to Rodríguez.
What Garnett did is what guys are doing to get to the line now. Trying to draw a foul by bringing the ball up on the defender's arm.
Harrington hits a three. Good extra pass from Rodríguez, who's been very sharp tonight. 5 assists for Sergio Rodríguez. 8 points, 4 rebounds.
So now you know when Rodríguez has the ball, if you get to the open spot, he's giving it up. So keep moving.
Knicks give Rondo the shot. And David Lee able to corral the rebound, his 5th.
Averaging 11 on the season.
Rodríguez gets in the paint. Layup is good. Impressive play from Rodríguez as the Knicks have scored 7 straight.
So Rodríguez dishing and switching down. Very persistent getting to the hoop.
Garnett to Tony Allen. Nice pass. Can't get the layup. Harrington the rebound.
Allen too far underneath.
Rodríguez to Lee. Bank shot won't go. Gallinari trying to take it away. Here comes Tony Allen.
Knicks don't see the ball.
Good extra pass from Perkins, but Garnett misses.
Celtics inept now.
And after not missing at all in the first quarter, they're now starting to miss some easy ones. Austin 35% in the second period. Harrington gets inside, banks it in, and just like that, it's a 3-point game.
Good eruption by Al now. 5 consecutive points.
And 9 straight by the Knicks. And this has been part of the story with the Celtics this year, in that they have stretches where they look like the 2008 champs as Rondo throws it away, and then they have stretches where they really struggle. Doc Rivers telling us before the game that consistency is the key.
Yep, definitely floundering on the offense now, missing easy opportunities inside.
And you see they've had a number of games. They've lost 10 times since December in games that they led by double figures. That's an incredible number. Nice pass, McGrady to Lee. 11 straight points by the Knicks.
And it's an easy game. You see how difficult it had been for the Knicks when you're going one-on-one, and how easy it can be when you play as a team. Just move the ball and move yourself.
Daniels jump shot. That won't go. And a loose ball foul called on Perkins. Knicks have scored 11 straight. And excellent teamwork. Knicks have 13 assists here in the first half.
And that was after being down by 12.
Actually down by 14 at one point.
Yeah, the Knicks are on the rampage now.
And Tracy McGrady, who hasn't scored, has 5 assists. Rodríguez 5 assists. Eddie House 3 assists.
And Harrington has taken over here in this quarter, providing the offense.
That's how to endear yourself to your new teammates. Pass the ball. And the 3 new Knicks who are playing tonight have a combined 13. Actually, they have all the Knick assists.
Score was 39-51 and looking dismal for the Knicks. And they erupted.
And the Knicks have their first lead of the game, a 13-0 run. And a terrific turnaround here in the second. And it's gotten a little quiet here at the TD Garden. Rodríguez deflects it, goes to Ray Allen. Allen, shot, count it, and a foul. Rodríguez mad at himself. He said, he's pointing to himself, my mistake trying to go for it.
A defiant Ray Allen, watch this, driving adroitly along the baseline, would not be denied as he's fouled by Gallo, and he goes to the line.
All we ask is that you keep doing what you've always done. The Lexus RX. Never has a vehicle been designed to feel so natural. Lease the 2010 RX 350 for $489 a month for 36 months, with $3184 due at signing.
1 second left, try to get the last shot. I was measuring it the whole time. I knew I had to knock it down. When I shoot it, the only thing in my mind is the ball going in. I knew I had to knock it down.
They gave me the opportunity by putting the ball in my hand.
Try to get the last shot.
Down 2.
Kick it.
Last minute of the game.
Shoot it. I knew I had to knock it down.
Big shots. Crunch time.
Bryant for the win.
They're the moments that I live for.
1 second left. I knew I had to knock it down.
Tonight after the game, we've got what you need. Highlights, analysis, the inside story from Coach D and the players, plus a trip around the league. Ford Knicks postgame, only on MSG.
Change the way you feel about moving with one call to DirecTV. Then experience our award-winning customer satisfaction, including free professional installation at your new home, a free DVR or HD receiver upgrade. Plus, ask about getting 21 of the best movie channels free for 3 months. It all adds up to over $200 in additional savings. The 5-Star Movers Connection. Compliments of DirecTV.
.249 remaining. Second quarter here in Boston. Knicks at a 13 in a row. Actually took the lead. Now trail by 1 as Knick fans. IOTV offers you incredible HD picture and sound free with IOTV. Catch every HD game of all 9 major New York sports teams. A big part of the turnaround. Sergio Rodríguez, a superb performance here in the first half, Clyde.
Yeah, very persistent, doing what he does best, creating havoc off the dribble, going to the hoop. Right there, a little duping and hooping. Also has been stealing the ball, but I like the unselfishness that we're seeing from Sergio, looking for the open man. And once you are doing that, these guys will continue to move and groove and have the continuity that they need to be a very efficient offensive unit.
Rodríguez also just 23 years old. He modeled his game growing up in Spain. His 2 favorite players, and he played a couple of professional basketball years in Spain, 2 years. But the 2 favorite players of him were Steve Nash, which for a lot of young point guards, and the other one, and you can see the flash in his game, Jason Williams. Williams, who now, of course, is in Orlando, who's toned down his flash a little bit, but Rodríguez has a little bit of that in him, Clyde, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, I like it.
Seen some behind-the-back passes. And Gallinari, catch and shoot. That's a good one, a 3-pointer for Gallinari. Knicks back up by 1, his first field goal.
Gallo no longer leads the league in 3-pointers. He's second now.
And good ball movement from McGrady. McGrady with 6 assists here in this first half. Ray Allen, quick catch and shoot. Garnett, the long rebound.
And the Celtics are thriving on the offensive glass. Rondo, like David Lee, if he can master that mid-range jumper, he would definitely be a superstar.
He'd be unstoppable. McGrady, nice tip in. He was on the way down. He almost mistimed it.
Yeah.
And McGrady with his first points, but he does lead the Knicks with 6 assists. Perkins to Rondo. Knicks are giving the Rondo the shot. Now he passes up. Daniels down to Garnett, and Garnett gets hit by David Lee.
Shows you Rondo's confidence. He just drained the jumper. Then this time he's open and doesn't look to take it. So Garnett asserted himself inside, so he's at the line.
The key for the Celtics championship, many believe still the health of this man. Now they say that physically the knee, the right knee that he had the surgery on, is 100%. It's just it's not fully back yet, confidence-wise. There's also, Clyde, you look at a guy, and he's played a lot of minutes in his career. We've talked about this before. This is now his 15th year. But 40 minutes from Kevin Garnett is different than 40 minutes for most players because of how hard he's played during the course of these 15 years.
Right. He does it on both ends of the court. The hardest working man in the game.
You could say that pretty much every year. Maybe some guys work as hard, but nobody harder. Gallinari gets inside, and he used his right hand to push off.
Just as we alluded to, why did he use his right hand? Garnett was lurking in the paint. Take a look. Watch Garnett come right there to change that shot.
See how Garnett gets pumped up on the good defense. Knicks down 2. Knicks defense in this second period much better. Garnett doubled. Rondo lost it, got it back, flips it up, and banks it in with a little English. 10 points, 7 assists for Rondo. Knicks down by 4. Chance of defense here at the TD Garden. They were chanting Eddie for Eddie House earlier. McGrady flips it up and in. Pretty move from McGrady.
Vintage play by T-Mac. Previously, the exquisite tip in. This time, wheeling and dealing off the dribble.
The Knicks are shooting 59% from the field on the road but they trail by 2. Turnovers have been big. It's with 9. But a terrific comeback here in the second quarter. Rondo gets in and throws it down.
We talk of the athleticism of Rondo, running and gunning and stunning the Knicks that time.
Even Nate Robinson impressed with that dunk. McGrady on the drive. Harrington spinning. Harrington left-handed gets it to go. Pretty move from Harrington, who seemed off balance.
He was, but spinning and winning in the paint. This has been an offensive extravaganza.
Harrington 15 points off the bench in just 18 minutes.
More like Al. We haven't seen that proliferation in the last 3 or 4 games.
Knicks have hit their last 6 shots. Garnett, 3 on the shot clock. Boy, both teams are shooting the basketball so well. Final seconds of the half. Harrington on the drive. Harrington gets inside, blocked by Garnett. And that will end, as Clyde mentioned, offensive first half here in Boston. The Knicks shoot 59% from the field.
And trail.
64-60. Delta halftime report. Bill Pito and Kelly Tripucka back in the studios at the Garden. We'll have first half highlights, and Tina will talk with assistant coach Phil Weber. So some high scoring. Ray Allen, 16 points. He leads the Celtics. David Lee, 16 points to lead the Knicks. Meanwhile, Sergio Rodríguez, 10 points, 5 assists. Tracy McGrady, 6 assists. Entertaining first half with some ovations for individual players. Halftime in Boston. Celtics lead the Knicks by 4.
The second quarter of tonight's Knicks game has been presented by Foot Locker. Foot Locker, the official athletic retailer of the New York Knicks.
Will bankruptcy put an end to the harassing calls from creditors?
We're struggling to pay our bills.
Is bankruptcy an option?
Can I possibly keep my house?
What about keeping my car?
Can bankruptcy stop foreclosure proceedings?
Yes. My law firm may help you get a fresh start while protecting your home, your car, and your peace of mind. Call us for a free consultation.
Will I ever be able to get credit again?
Yes, because bankruptcy isn't the end. It's a new beginning. In today's economic times, are you struggling to pay your mortgage, credit card, or medical bills? I'm David Pankin. Before you enter credit counseling payment plans you can't afford, find out how bankruptcy may help you get out of debt and get the fresh financial start you need. Immediate financial relief could be a phone call away. Get the whole picture. Call 888-9600. As always, your consultation is confidential and free. And remember, bankruptcy is not the end, it's a new beginning.
I'm a stronger person, I'm braver. I doubt myself less.
You get out there and you push yourself. The endurance that's taught me affected all the different aspects of my life.
My favorite thing to do is to run in the rain. And then I come home and my kids are like, Mom, you go.
I run to make myself feel alive.
I love Jackrabbit because everybody in the store knows what they're doing.
They will spend time with you.
They took me seriously and made me feel like an athlete.
As long as you can walk, you can run. I love Jackrabbit. I love it.
Now more than ever, you need to be smarter with your money. Making every dollar count yields value. That's why the smart money is going to Acura of Manhattan, where the value of the cars we sell is high and our prices are low. You'll find luxury is standard at Acura of Manhattan, and that standard is high. Here's a smart play, a brand new 2010 TL, wisely priced at only $389 per month. The smart money comes to Acura of Manhattan because it's smart to get luxury for less.
Reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise used without the express written consent of the NBA. Log on to NBA.com immediately following the game for live press conferences and video highlights.
Back on the Delta halftime report after a half from Boston. The Celtics lead the Knicks 64-60. Back in New York, it's great to have you with us. Bill Pito along with Kelly Tripucka. Last night, the whole game against the Bucks, the Knicks a season low 67 points. Tonight in 2 quarters, they got 60 points, and then running the second quarter brought them back into the game.
Yeah, last night there wasn't much offense. Tonight it's all about the offense, not much defense, as both teams shot the ball really well. 53% for the Celtics, and how about 59% for the Knicks. They're doing a much better job, particularly in that second quarter, because the first quarter was Boston, second quarter was pretty much New York.
All right, Kelly, halftime highlights brought to you by Sprite. Need sudden refreshment? You'll find it in every crisp lemon lime sip of ice cold Sprite. Here we go. Nate Robinson, his Celtics debut, going against his former team. Kevin Garnett, 12 points in the first half. And then it's David Lee trying to keep the Knicks close. He had 16 in the first half. It was 38-27, Knicks down by 9 after 1. Bill Walker, part of that deal for Nate Robinson, his Knicks debut. Nifty jam there, he had 4 points. Al Harrington, excellent off the bench to lead the Knicks with 15 first-half points.
Yeah, there's an opportunity for Al, Bill, to get involved in the ball game coming off the bench. They need his scoring 5 of 8, including 2 3-pointers for those 15 points. Did a nice job of keeping the Knicks in the second quarter.
Lee with the 16, so Harrington actually one behind him. And the Knicks down by double digits most of the half, able to get close. They actually took the lead. Now they're down by 4. U.S. Marines, Celtics leading scorers, Ray Allen 16, KG 12, Rondo with 12. Robinson in the first half for Boston. His first action, Robinson had 2 points in 6 minutes. Meantime, for the Knicks, U.S. Marines leading scorers, Lee 16, Harrington 15, and Sergio Rodríguez 10, Gallo 6, Chandler 5.
Rodríguez did a great job in that first half, getting people involved. Did a nice job running the team.
We'll break down Rodríguez specifically when we come back. Celtics up by 4 as we continue on the Delta Halftime Report.
The New York Knicks Halftime Report is presented by Delta, New York's most global airline.
Want to know what it takes to be a leader? How about just being the best? Like Ford Escape. This SUV gets an unbelievable 28 miles per gallon. And during our leadership sales drive, get 0% financing plus $2,000 cash back. Less stops at the pump. More savings in your wallet at your Tri-State Ford dealer.
What are you doing?
Calling Chase Sapphire, seeing if we have enough points to stay longer.
Now? You don't have enough time. You have to push all those buttons.
No buttons. Someone answers every time.
Yeah, right.
That's your massage.
Yeah, okay.
Hi, Julie. I have a question about my points.
Hi, what button do I press for a massage? Hello?
Chase Sapphire. You call, we answer, no waiting. Just press right here. Go to chase.com/sapphire. Chase what matters.
Ты знаешь, она позвонила мне, она похудела на 100 паунтов. Слушай, а почему он испортился? В чем дело? Испортился пылесос.
Здравствуйте! У меня для вас специальная новость. Нью-Йоркский мегамиллион джекпот больше $80 миллионов. Это больше $80 миллионов.
Ой, пойдем, видите, даже большие, конечно. Надо бежать, просто. Это действительно.
When Motor Trend says you're good, you're good. But when they name the Ford Fusion 2010 Car of the Year, that means there's nothing better. Except getting 0% financing plus $2,000 cash back during the Leadership Sales Drive. Car of the Year, deal of the century at your Tri-State Ford dealer.
Will bankruptcy put an end to the harassing calls from creditors?
We're struggling to pay our bills.
Is bankruptcy an option?
Can I possibly keep my house?
What about keeping my car?
Can bankruptcy stop foreclosure proceedings?
Yes. My law firm may help you get a fresh start while protecting your home, your car, and your peace of mind. Call us for a free consultation.
Will I ever be able to get credit again?
Yes, because bankruptcy isn't the end. It's a new beginning. In today's economic times, are you struggling to pay your mortgage, credit card, or medical bills? I'm David Pankin. Before you enter credit counseling payment plans you can't afford, find out how bankruptcy may help you get out of debt and get the fresh financial start you need. Immediate financial relief could be a phone call away. Get the whole picture. Call 888-9600. As always, your consultation is confidential and free. And remember, bankruptcy is not the end, it's a new beginning.
Back on the Delta Halftime Report, the Knicks down by double digits most of the half, have brought it to within 4. They're down 64-60. Kelly, Sergio Rodríguez, second game as a starter for the Knicks, third overall as a Knick. Excellent first half.
Yeah, real good job in the first half, 21 minutes. Again, he goes north and south, so shows a lot of speed. Did a nice job shooting the ball, 4 or 5, hit a three-pointer. I like the fact that he made good decisions, extra passes, had 5 assists, had 4 rebounds, and his court vision was very good. I think the pace of play is conducive to him playing well, and he did an outstanding job in that first half.
21 minutes to lead all Knicks in terms of playing time. Chris Duhon, who didn't play at all last night against Milwaukee, has not played a single second again tonight. Knicks down by 4 at the break. It's the Celtics 64, the Knicks 60. Back with more on the Delta Halftime Report right after this.
Make NCAA March Madness better. With Papa John's $10 buzzer beater. Score all large pizzas, even specialties, just $10. Plus, get a free Coke Zero when you buy 2 20-ounce Cokes online at papajohns.com.
All we ask is that you keep doing what you've always done. The Lexus RX. Never has a vehicle been designed to feel so natural.
Welcome back to Tech and Talk. I'm Ranjit. This is Chad. Sir.
Hello, Ranjit. I'm stuck in a cell phone contract. Can I get out of it with no penalty?
There is always a penalty. You are now like my uncle's cow, Goldie, tied to a post, milked at regular intervals. Chad, shame him. You should be with Metro PCS. You'll get nationwide 3G coverage plus no contract.
$40 a month, period, for unlimited talk, text, and web. Metro PCS, wireless for all.
Value your friends. So does DirecTV. Bob's worth 100. So are Carrie, Ann, and Sue. For every friend you refer to DirecTV, you get $100, and they get $100 on top of our new customer offer. Just give your account number to your friends and have them call 1-877-4100 each. They must have your account number when they order. This offer's only good for a limited time, so hurry. Then celebrate and watch the Benjamins stack up.
Will bankruptcy put an end to the harassing calls from creditors?
We're struggling to pay our bills.
Is bankruptcy an option?
Can I possibly keep my house?
What about keeping my car?
Can bankruptcy stop foreclosure proceedings?
Yes. My law firm may help you get a fresh start while protecting your home, your car, and your peace of mind. Call us for a free consultation.
Will I ever be able to get credit again?
Yes, because bankruptcy isn't the end. It's a new beginning. In today's economic times, are you struggling to pay your mortgage, credit card, or medical bills? I'm David Pankin. Before you enter credit counseling payment plans you can't afford, find out how bankruptcy may help you get out of debt and get the fresh financial start you need. Immediate financial relief could be a phone call away. Get the whole picture. Call 888-9600. As always, your consultation is confidential and free. And remember, bankruptcy is not the end, it's a new beginning.
Welcome back, everyone. The Delta Halftime Report. Poll question, MSG.com. Who's the greatest all-time Celtic? This is how Kelly had him ranked in the Chase Knicks Game Night pregame show. Russell, Bird, Kuzi, Havlicek, and McHale. Keep the votes coming. Results coming up for you in the Ford Knicks postgame when we come to you after the Knicks finish up at Boston. After 2 quarters, Celtics lead at 64-60. Back to Boston for the 3rd quarter after this. Enjoy, everyone.
The New York Knicks Halftime Report has been presented by Delta, New York's most global airline.
All we ask is that you keep doing what you've always done. The Lexus RX. Never has a vehicle been designed to feel so natural. Lease the 2010 RX 350 for $489 a month for 36 months, with $3184 due at signing.
Okay, Pixels. IOTV brings people every HD game of the Knicks, Rangers, Nets,
Islanders, Devils, Mets,
Yankees, Giants, and Jets. So, can we all agree not to play favorites?
I suppose.
Sure. I guess so. Great. Let's shake on it. Yes!
No one delivers more New York sports in HD. IOTV brings you an extraordinary HD experience free.
Half the calories? All the day.
Half the calories?
All the day.
I'm gonna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I'm gonna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. like a bee.
Half the calories, all the G. I know that's right.
Oh, Michael K, no way! It's me, Glenn, long-time listener.
Hey, how you doing?
Nah, come on, we're best buds. We need our own handshake, right? We'll go, and then bro hug into the bro bot, and then boom, make it explode.
Oh, my card.
It's okay, don't worry, I can get it back, all right? What's your pin? Come on, seriously, what's your pin?
Michael K. Weekdays from 2 to 7, 1050 ESPN, New York.
It has a race-inspired suspension, a very good thing considering the 280 horsepower engine. The powerful Acura TL.
Take advantage of attractive offers on the 2010 TL for well-qualified customers.
Time out for a Black History Month moment presented by Metro PCS.
On December 26, 1908, Jack Johnson knocked out Tommy Burns in the 14th round to become the first African-American heavyweight champion. In 1911, Johnson beat former champion James Jeffries in what was dubbed at the time the fight of the century. Johnson was named to the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1990.
This Black History Month moment was presented by Metro PCS.
New York Knicks basketball is brought to you in part by Metro PCS, proud sponsor of Black History Month. By Hyundai, get introductory lease deals on all the new models during Hyundai's Right Car, Right Time sales event. By NASDAQ OMX, the stock market for global game changers. And by Chase Sapphire. Halftime here in Boston as we get set to start the third quarter. Knicks trailing the Celtics 64-60. Just a couple of minutes ago, Tina Cervasio spoke with Knicks assistant coach Phil Weber.
All right, Mike, thank you. Phil, we saw a solid first half from Sergio Rodríguez, 10 points, 5 assists. What are you guys seeing in him?
Well, the energy of him pushing the ball and finding players. I mean, he's done an amazing job of hitting the cutter and diving, and David Lee's been the recipient of quite a few layups. And as a whole, our ball movement's been tremendous, and, you know, we've just been finding the open guy.
We saw improved defense in the second quarter, and all season, really, Jared Jeffries was the anchor of that defense. Now without him, what do you need from those 5 guys to play more effectively?
Well, collectively, we just have to be in help position, and we've got to rotate accordingly. You know, the schemes that we've worked on, and, you know, the second quarter we brought a little bit more energy, and we're also playing against a very good Boston offensive team. So, you know, we have to execute defensively in the second half, and, you know, the guys are playing and pulling together.
All right, Phil, as always, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Here's insight from the assistant coach. Mike, back to you.
All right, Tina. Celtics have to improve defensively as well, Clyde. Knicks shot 59% against them in that first half. As the Knicks and Celtics, Nate Robinson's debut, and this a couple of moments ago. Nate had stopped and talked to Mike D'Antoni for several minutes. And Robinson in that first half came off the bench, played 6 minutes, had 2 points, a rebound, an assist, a steal, and a couple of turnovers.
Well, what you were talking about, Mike, you know both teams will not continue to shoot at this pace. Celtics shoot 48 on the season, and Knicks around 43%. So defense will eventually come into the game, and that favors the Celtics, of course, one of the better defensive teams in the league.
And you just saw that number there. It just shows you the beauty of the NBA and also just the ups and downs of the NBA. Last night, the Knicks couldn't buy a basket. They score 67 points, a season low. They nearly get to that in the first half tonight against one of the top defensive teams in the NBA.
Yep, why they are an enigma. Well, part of that, of course, the new acquisitions now, they're trying to mesh, to develop this chemistry. As you see T-Mac giving a high five before he goes on the court.
I think he likes to high five Hall of Famers, Clyde. As we look at our Lexus upcoming schedule, Knicks with the road game Friday against the Wizards, and Saturday at home against the Grizzlies. Zach Randolph, an all-star, will be back at the Garden. And then a tough one Monday against the Cavaliers. Cavaliers, who have their first 3-game losing streak in 2 years.
They play the Celtics soon.
Thursday here in Boston. And that's an interesting point, Clyde, because you look at the Celtics this year against the other premier teams in the Eastern Conference. They're 0-4 against Atlanta. Hawks swept the series against them. And against Orlando, they're 1-3. Now, Cleveland is a team they beat in their first meeting on opening night. They still play them 3 more times. Boston still in many ways a little bit of a work in progress. David Lee, nice high banker, released it just before the Celtics could get there.
And you see Dave winching as he ran up the court.
Lee with 18 points and 6 assists.
Oh, Perkins backdoor.
Perkins gets it to go. Perkins had a quiet first half. You thought perhaps tonight would be a night that he would put up some big numbers with the Knicks' lack of size. Perkins, one of the most underrated players in the league, I think, Clyde. Good extra pass, McGrady. Chandler hits a 3. Tracy McGrady has made that quick pass all night. He's got 7 assists.
Dazzling passing that time by the Knicks.
The Knicks have hit 5 of 9 from 3-point range. They trail by 1. Daniels fakes, back up. Perkins doesn't shoot from there. Ray Allen shoots from anywhere. Gets it to Rondo, back to Perkins.
He has to take that shot.
And does.
Mitchell Perkins leads the league in field goal accuracy, 61%.
Grady thought Lee was going to cut to the basket and didn't. Knicks turned it over.
Oh, Rondo, nice try. Good transition D by the Knicks.
Rodríguez got a hand on it.
Celtics will have it along the side.
Rodríguez has deflected 4 passes by the Celtics. Only 1 has resulted in a steal, but he gets his hands on a lot of passes.
Yeah, he does. We saw last night with the 8 steals, 1 shy of the club record.
Yeah, he's not known for his defense, as you see right there, as Ray Allen quickly gets past him. He's more of a gambler defensively, and which can be good unless you have shot blockers behind you, or
you have a Willis Reed behind you.
And the Knicks do not have that. Ray Allen, quick catch and shoot. 3-pointer won't go. Gallinari the rebound.
They should try to get Gallo involved here. Perkins trying to guard him. He won't come out on the perimeter.
Clyde, speaking of Knick Hall of Famers, as McGrady lines up for 3, and that won't go. David Lee somehow tipped it. I actually think Perkins may have touched it.
Yeah, Lee will get the credit. He was the closest Knick to the hoop.
We were teasing Doc Rivers before the game, and it said to him, well, last year you got Stephon Marbury, a former Knick, in February. This year you get Nate Robinson. Said, can you help us out and let us know what Knick you're going to get next year, just so we have an advance notice. And he said, Willis Reed and Walt Frazier. Garnett draws the foul on Chandler, who grabs his right knee.
Oh, not a good sign. Obviously in some agony now. Don't turn this way, Will.
He's not looking to the bench.
You're
He's
right.
going right over.
Keep going that way.
You don't know if he banged it or a little slight twist. But he wants to stay in the game. Jeff Twist, the longtime PR man for the Boston Celtics and one of the truly good guys in the NBA. We're talking about the acquiring Knicks. It was back in 1985 in February. There's Jeff Twist trying to grab something to eat. He's been working like a dog all day. But Ray Williams went from the Knicks to the Celtics back in February of '85.
People are so friendly to me now, Mike, that I'm not playing. Everybody comes up to me, hi Clyde, all down in the subway.
Here in Boston, you're talking about?
Yeah.
You were on the subway today?
Well, you know, down when you come in, it's like the subway.
Oh,
the
right,
trains
right.
down there, yeah. Everybody was coming up to me saying hello. How's everything?
Oh, Perkins to Daniels and a foul. Pretty pass. And the Knicks down by 6.
The Knicks have been exploited in the paint too easily. Watch this. Daniels just throws it. There's a double. He goes underneath. He'll advise foul to send him to the line.
Well, you had so many great battles with the Celtics. I'm sure the fans respect what you did. And maybe your biggest road win was that Game 7 victory here in Boston.
It was. 72-73 season.
On the way to the championship.
First time the Celtics had ever lost in a 7-game series here.
Now going into that game, Clyde, did you feel you were going to beat them?
Well, you know, we were up 3-2 and we lost at the Garden. So things were looking dim. I mean, the fans didn't give us a chance of coming up here, but We weren't overly optimistic, but we were confident that we could probably pull it off.
Rondo brings it back out. Rodríguez knocking down another three. Rodríguez has 13 points. He's 2 for 2 from downtown. Rondo not looking to shoot, now decides to do so. And short shot caroms back out. Knicks had perfect position for the board. And a new 24 for Boston. Offensive 3 seconds. Perkins is just camped out in there. Rivers is mad at him.
Yeah.
One of Perkins is mad because they weren't getting it to him. That's the old, we've told this before, old story of that great Russian player, I can't remember his name now, who he'd get mad at the point guards in Olympic play because they wouldn't pass him the ball. So what he would do is he'd just walk down on the offensive end, as McGrady turns it over, and just stand in the paint, and he'd get 2 or 3 consecutive 3-second violations called until they started throwing him the ball. That's not exactly the being a great teammate, but he certainly got his point across. Gallinari, 3-pointer won't go. David Lee takes the rebound away from Rondo, goes against Perkins and puts it in. He has just become uncanny in his ability to put the ball in the basket this year.
Yep. And his rebounding and scoring, 20 and 11.
Tips it away.
Lee providing the impetus now.
And his passing as well. I don't know if he'll get votes for most improved, but he has really added to his offensive game. Chandler gets it. Chandler whacked. Yeah, they call a foul. Chandler, who doesn't get mad at anybody, was upset after that call, and Kevin Fair called it late, but it was the right call.
So the Knicks starting to exploit the Celtics in the paint. Previously lead in rebound in the 8-footer. This time Will 6 feet away with the foul.
There's Chandler's numbers for tonight. Apparently that knee is okay. Friday on MSG, here from Coach D, Mike D'Antoni. The T-Mac and other Knicks are fitting in on the Mike D'Antoni Show, presented by Mercedes-Benz, Friday night on MSG. Chandler 2 for 2. And Knicks have come back to tie it up again. They trailed by 14 in the first half, came back and took the lead. They trailed by 7 here in the third quarter and scored 7 straight. And there's a layup line for Ray Allen.
No communication that time.
Ray Allen, 20 points in 23 minutes. David Lee, the game's high scorer, with 22. McGrady with Daniels on him. And they call a foul on Daniels. That's a smart play from McGrady. Daniels is so far up on him. All you've got to do is put it on the floor once, and the guy's going to foul you.
Yep. Or bring the ball up under his arm, and they've been calling that as well.
Right.
Daniels should make him make us some baskets before he starts hounding him on the defense. But I'm sure Rivers has told him to get up on T-Mac. Don't allow him to stand around.
They play a very aggressive physical defense, the Celtics do. Daniels, one of the new additions this year. There's Rodríguez, careless pass there.
He had an epiphany, and that never works when you're passing.
Shot won't go. Perkins the rebound.
Watch Rondo, always looking to get inside.
The Knicks being smart, playing off, and Rondo's hit some shots. Pass deflected again.
A lot of careless passing. Guys telegraphing those passes.
Gallinari gets it, drives, kicks it out. Chandler wide open for 3. Not that time.
The Knicks played last night, not showing any ill effects of that yet. And right there you see the Matador key. And what happens when you have tired legs, you can start playing defense with your hands and not your feet.
5:45 remaining here in the third. Our ESPN 1050 radio fast break. Rajon Rondo's 10th assist of the night.
A sport-tuned, high-flow exhaust system delivers more power. Electric power steering delivers a precise and efficient way of using it. The powerful Acura TL. The most innovative thinking you'll find in an Acura.
Take advantage of attractive offers on the 2010 TL for well-qualified customers.
With the new Geico Glove Box app, you can get help with a flat tire. Find a nearby tow truck or gas station. Call emergency services. Collect accident information. Or just watch some fun videos. It's so easy, a caveman can do it.
Unbelievable. Where's my coat? It was suede with the fringe.
Download the Glove Box app free at geico.com.
What are you doing?
Calling Chase Sapphire, seeing if we have enough points to stay longer.
Now? You don't have enough time. You have to push all those buttons.
No buttons. Someone answers every time.
Yeah, right.
That's your massage.
Yeah, okay.
Hi, Julie. I have a question about my points.
Hi, what button do I press for a massage? Hello?
Chase Sapphire. You call, we answer, no waiting. Just press right here. Go to chase.com/sapphire. Chase what matters.
Just past the midway point, third quarter in Boston. Knicks trailing the Celtics by 4. Don't miss the Knicks tweet up, presented by Discount Tire. Next Saturday, tickets purchase includes official Declare You Following t-shirt and access to a pregame digital panel, including Jack Dorsey, who's the creator of Twitter. Use code TWEEPS at nyknicks.com. Let's check out our Suzuki Trivia, Clyde, for tonight. Who's the only point guard to average at least 14 points, 9.7 assists, 2.5 steals, and 52% field goals in a season. That's Rondo's numbers right now. Who's the only other point guard to do that?
Gary Payton?
I got a different guess.
Yeah.
Just went into the Hall of Fame. Utah Jazz.
Stockton?
That's who I would say. Stockton shot over 50% for his career.
Yeah.
And Rondo, he's led guards, NBA guards, in field goal percentage. He's also been the worst NBA guard in free throw percentage. There's a free throw that time misses from Boston.
House is back. Let's see if he can rock the house from downtown a few times.
If you're just joining us, Eddie House received a standing ovation. They had a little video tribute and chants of Eddie. It was a wonderful moment for the veteran here in Boston, where he played for 2.5 years. Harrington shot won't go. Perkins may have gotten a piece of it.
Yeah, Perkins not hearing any of that.
Rondo pass broken up nicely by Lee and off the foot of Garnett.
Rondo make poor decisions. That would have to be a surgical precision pass.
Our Suzuki Trivia. Who has Rondo's numbers? The only other? Stockton did it twice. He gave a great speech too, Clyde, at the Hall of Fame this past September. A guy who hardly said 2 words when he played, didn't say a lot. He was very funny, very humble, and very thankful. David Lee way off. I don't know. Did somebody get a piece of that? That's rarely see that from Lee. Lee against Perkins.
Perkins becoming more active now. He likes to go in the paint. Good double by Al.
Good ball movement from the Celtics. Rondo's left open. Nails the three-pointer. Rajon Rondo.
Good defense, but better offensive movement that time by the Celtics.
And after the Knicks went on a 7-0 run to tie it, Boston comes right back with 7 straight.
It's been a game of runs.
Eddie House, that's his first shot attempt. He played 10 minutes without a shot attempt, which is very un-House-like.
That time coming off the curl.
Daniels against Gallinari, isolated.
Good help by House.
Rondo's going to try it again. Nick's not even looking to go out now.
That's why he's an erratic shooter. His 50% shooting field goal percentage is fake.
Gallinari on the drive, kicks it back out. House, nice fake, dribble up top to Rodríguez. He's hit a couple of threes, knocks down another. He's 3 for 3 from downtown, and he shoots 30% for his career, but taking good opportunities here.
And both teams doing a marvelous job of moving the ball around the perimeter. Whenever the double team come, they've been able to find the open man. There's Ray underneath this time.
Ray Allen having a big game. He's got 22.
And the beat goes on. Neither team can deny the other.
David Lee blocked by Perkins, but kicks it out to Gallinari. Harrington trying to take Garnett off the dribble. Rodríguez will try it again. Not that time, way off.
Here comes Rondo.
Rondo to Daniels. Daniels inside once again. Celtics scoring easily inside. No interior defense. And Mike D'Antoni wants a time as his team has fallen behind by 6.
Knicks have gotten caught up in the transition, dishing and swishing, but they've forgotten about defense. Previously, Ray Allen going backdoor. This time, Daniels off the glass.
Friday night, T-Mac and New York look to hit their groove in D.C. as the Knicks take on the Wizards. Don't miss Friday Night Knicks on MSG. New York plays here.
Will bankruptcy put an end to the harassing calls from creditors?
We're struggling to pay our bills.
Is bankruptcy an option?
Can I possibly keep my house?
What about keeping my car?
Can bankruptcy stop foreclosure proceedings?
Yes. My law firm may help you get a fresh start while protecting your home, your car, and your peace of mind. Call us for a free consultation.
Will I ever be able to get credit again?
Yes, because bankruptcy isn't the end. It's a new beginning. In today's economic times, are you struggling to pay your mortgage, credit card, or medical bills? I'm David Pankin. Before you enter credit counseling payment plans you can't afford, find out how bankruptcy may help you get out of debt and get the fresh financial start you need. Immediate financial relief could be a phone call away. Get the whole picture. Call 888-LAW-9600. As always, your consultation is confidential and free. And remember, bankruptcy is not the end, it's a new beginning.
Dish Network claims they have more HD channels than DirecTV. Really? What Dish doesn't tell you is that 25 of their HD channels are only in high def part of the time. So with Dish, when you turn on your flat screen, you might get HD, or you might not. DirecTV now has the capacity for over 200 HD channels, all in HD, all the time. So don't be fooled by Dish Network. When you compare, DirecTV wins every time.
3:09 remaining, third quarter in Boston, and the Knicks now trailing the Celtics 85-79. As Nate Robinson made his debut earlier tonight for Doc Rivers and the Celtics. As we look at our accurate Eastern Conference standings, again, the Celtics, most teams would love to have their problems. Third best record in the East right now at 35-19. Atlanta, though, right behind them, and Atlanta owns the tiebreaker there. Orlando in front of them, and Orlando owns the tiebreaker there. And Milwaukee, off the victory over the Knicks last night, moved past Charlotte into the 8th spot.
Yep, things are tightening up.
Who's your favorite to come out of these, Clyde?
I don't know right now, Mike. Who do you have?
You know, for me, it changes every week. Right? Cleveland is right now playing the best, yet Orlando just beat them on Sunday. Nice pass, Eddie House, and Lee with the finish and a foul. Beautiful thread-the-needle pass from Eddie House.
And the stylistic stuff by David Lee. Watch how he moves and grooves it right there, rocks it to the side, and the flush. So House, not why he's on the Knicks now, because of his inability to do that. Finding David Lee in dramatic fashion.
Eddie House with a season high 5 assists. His career high for assists is just 8. Again, he's been a bench player most of his career, and he's a shooter. He's out there to shoot. But he is distributing beautifully. Garnett doubled, finds Daniels. Daniels able to bank it in. Billy Walker is checked in. Walker, one of the other players obtained in the trade from Boston. Saw him in the first half, 7 very active minutes, including this gorgeous alley-oop pass that he caught and threw down. Walker will try and nails a 3. How about Billy Walker? 7 points in 7 minutes off the bench. You can almost feel the crowd murmuring like, who's this guy who didn't get much of a chance to play here in Boston? Allen inside to Garnett. And And this again with the Knicks with that trade without Jared Jeffries and even Jordan Hill presented some size. Knicks just don't have size right now against these big front lines. House lost it. Garnett throws it. Oh! Two Knicks couldn't handle it. Rondo, nice unselfish play to Tony Allen. And the Knicks down by 7 again.
Walker and Harrington collided. And the ball goes right to the Celtics in transition.
That's the 13 assists for Rondo. They have the noise meter up on the big screen. That's why the crowd all of a sudden yelling. Chandler knocks down the 3. Knicks needed that one.
Chandler silences the crowd.
Chandler 3 for 4 from downtown. Again, deep to Garnett. Rasheed Wallace. That's a 3.
That was pretty. Around the perimeter. And Sheed from downtown. The 3 ball starting to come into play.
Eddie House launches a shot. And that's a 2-pointer. House comes right back. Eddie House 2 for 2 off the bench.
House always loquacious. You can see he's always talking on the court.
He's always talking off the court, too. The shooting numbers, Celtics 59%, the Knicks 58%.
I thought they couldn't continue.
And foul called. Knicks not in the penalty. It's against Al Harrington. Nate Robinson, again, who played 6 minutes in the first half and got a standing ovation from the crowd in his Boston debut. Back wearing number 4 again. Garnett sits. Rondo, what a game for Rondo. 15 points, 14 assists.
Averages 14 and 9. 2 steals to lead the league, does Rondo.
Robinson to Tony Allen. Allen jump shot in and out.
Oh.
Daniels almost got it between 2 Knicks. And the Knicks will hold it for the final shot of the 3rd quarter. It's been a high scoring game. Some great shooting from both teams.
Celtics have a foul to give if they like.
Harrington. And there's that foul flag. Tony Allen. So the Knicks will inbound with 6.1 remaining.
Pace still hasn't taken a toll on the Knicks. I don't see a lot of huffing and puffing out there. So they seem up for the task with 1 more quarter remaining.
Chandler looking. Dangerous pass, gets it to Walker. Walker fires up the shot. Oh, Chandler, what a play. Banks it in off the rebound with 2.3 remaining. House with the steal. House puts it up at the buzzer, won't go. And that will end the 3rd period. Superb hustle play from Wilson Chandler. And the Knicks will head to the 4th quarter down by 3.
Both teams have been very resilient in the game.
Unbelievable shooting. As both teams shooting 58% from the field. We'll head to the 4th quarter here in Boston. Knicks trailing the Celtics 94-91.
Been waiting for the right car and the right time to buy? The all-new redesigned 2010 Hyundai Tucson is the car. President's Day is the time. You get available all-wheel drive, America's best warranty, Hyundai Assurance, and a lease price of just $239 a month. All from Hyundai, the most fuel-efficient automaker in America. The sporty 2010 Tucson. Right car, right price. Get to your Hyundai dealer right now. During President's Day, lease the all-new 2010 Tucson for only $239 a month.
Here's one for you. If me and Buster were hanging over a cliff, and you could only save one of us, which one would you save?
Easy, you.
Ooh, me or your mom?
Sorry, Mom.
You're Miller Lite.
Oh, man. How high's the cliff?
Do you love the taste of your beer this much? Well, you could. Try the great Pilsner taste of a triple hops brewed Miller Lite. Taste greatness.
If me and Buster are hanging off a cliff, what is she talking? I know.
In today's markets, how can you get your investments heading in the right direction? At Oppenheimer Funds, our fund manager's perspective on the numbers helps uncover opportunities, no matter which way the markets are moving. Ask your advisor about Oppenheimer Funds.
Call your advisor for a prospectus with complete fund information. Read it carefully and carefully consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. Mutual funds are subject to market risk and volatility. Shares may lose or gain value.
Oppenheimer Funds, the right way to invest.
Tonight after the game, we've got what you need. Highlights, analysis, the inside story from Coach D and the players, plus a trip around the league. For Knicks postgame, only on MSG.
New York Knicks basketball is brought to you in part by Honda. See your Honda dealer and discover the great values now being offered. By Geico, 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. By Oppenheimer Funds, the right way to invest. And by your Lexus dealer. Fourth quarter set to begin here in Boston. Knicks hanging in with the Celtics, trailing 94-91. Monday, March 1st at 7 p.m. Be a part of the Knicks viewing party at the Ainsworth, New York's premier super gastro pub, located on 122 West 26th Street between 6th and 7th Avenues. Come root for the orange and blue with your fellow Knick fans.
Yeah, the city dances. I might check that out. Oh, I'll be working. Sorry.
Tracy Wallace misses Lee with his 12th rebound. Those parties go late, Clyde. We don't want you staying out late. Those were the old days.
Right. Light years ago.
Billy Walker getting some time, and he's impressed with his energy. Harrington nails the three, and the Knicks have tied the game. Now Harrington, 18 points off the bench. The Knicks, 10 of 20 from three-point range.
Usually make about 8 of 26 from downtown.
There's Robinson. Robinson has 2 points.
Look at the defense. When their offense thrives, their defense picks up.
Oh, Ray Allen, beautiful drive, and that's always been the underrated part of his game. He's a great pure shooter, but he takes it to the basket well.
And watch this, utilizing the left hand against Will off the glass. And of course, he's a lethal free throw shooter at 89%.
You see his shooting percentage there. Last 3 games on the West Coast trip, he had 24, 21, and 25. He's got 24 tonight.
And we jinxed him from the line.
He was a subject. There were a lot of trade rumors, but he gave Danny Ainge a lot of credit for helping him through that. He said Ainge called him the prior week before the deadline every day to let him know what was going on. Ainge, as Walker lines it up, short. Ball tipped and taken by House, and it looked like he was fouled by Nate Robinson. Mike D'Antoni is hot. Robinson drives inside, lost the ball, gets it back, kicks it out Allen. Robinson on the drive, lifted layup, blocked by Lee, picked up by Harrington. Out to Eddie House, steps up, a three, won't go. Rebound Lee once again, back out to House. Harrington finds Chandler. Nice fake from Chandler. One dribble and a pull-up. Puts it in, and the Knicks tie it again.
What a difference a day makes for the Knicks. Last night, lethargic, inept on the offense. And coming out tonight, giving the Celtics all that they can handle.
You see what a class act Chris Duhon is. Duhon obviously disappointed. Didn't play last night. Has not played tonight. Yet he's the first one off the bench cheering for his teammates. Ray Allen again, won't go. Walker the rebound.
Good defense by Chandler, getting a hand in Allen's face.
Just to finish the Allen story, he said Ainge every day called him, and he wouldn't guarantee him that he wasn't going to trade him. He wasn't going to flat out say that, but he let him know every day what was going on and gave Allen the feeling that most likely he would stay. Chandler, bank shot in and out. And here comes Robinson. Nate tonight, 1 of 5 from the field, 2 points, a rebound, and assist.
This is what the second unit out here, other than Allen, they needed an orchestrator, and that's why the trade was made for Nate.
They call a foul on David Lee on a fall-away shot from Glenn Davis. Lee not happy with the call.
He should be unhappy with the call himself. Let Davis try this particular shot. Right there, you see him shoving him in the back. A good call by the official.
And it looked like he got him a little on the right elbow. Lee is second foul. As we mentioned earlier, only 2 referees tonight. Courtney Kirkland, the third official, came out first couple of minutes, but he was feeling sick back in the locker room. He tried to give it a go, but he looked like he was about to pass out when he came in. So Kevin Fear and Monty McCutcheon have done almost the entire game, just the 2 officials.
And they've done a marvelous job. No one complaining.
Any more than usual, we should say.
Right.
Davis misses.
Celtics, those missed free throws will always come back to haunt you.
But the fact that we haven't noticed it all that much shows you that they've done a good job. Knicks down by 1. There's still plenty of time. Just over 3 minutes gone by here in the fourth. With Clyde Frazier and Tina Cervasio, Mike Breen on hand from Boston. Eddie House launches it, and off the mark won't go. Another bit of a wild shot there.
Obviously had to. The shot clock winding down.
Chandler deflected, but it goes right back to Ray Allen.
Both teams have picked up the defense, folks.
And Chandler's picked up his aggressiveness, Clyde.
Yeah, Nick D has been good. Good man-to-man, not looking for help. Everybody carrying their own weight.
Speaking of weight, Glenn Davis backs in. Kicks it out to Tony Allen. Tony Allen up, blocked, and a 24-second violation. By the way, Glenn Davis, he does not want to be called Big Baby anymore.
Oh no?
Yep.
What does he want? Just Glenn?
He's trying. Well, he's trying to think of another nickname. So we'll have to try and figure one out for him, Clyde. 8:24 left here in the fourth. Knicks down by 1 here in Boston.
Among guys, Budweiser has become a kind of currency. Helping a friend move gets you a 6-pack. Up 3 flights? That's more. Dog sitting for the weekend? Well, that depends on the dog. Riding in the middle seat has its own benefits. The last wing is worth 1. The celery's worthless. Flying blind into a double date for your buddy earns you a case. Though, on occasion, you may owe him. So pay up with the beer that starts with full flavor and ends with a crisp, clean finish. It's what we do. Budweiser.
Sometimes, the little things in life feel like our biggest enemies. They can be damaged. They can be stolen. Happily, your recent purchases with the American Express Charge Card can be repaired, replaced, or your account can be credited. Can your card say that?
Next time on The Bronx is Burning.
We're going to win this thing this year.
It's opening day.
New season, new ball club.
And for the boys of summer, the heat is on.
I am not paying Reggie Jackson to ride the bench. Let me do my job.
The Bronx is Burning. Then, he was the straw that stirred the drink.
Reggie was tailor-made for New York.
Hear the truth about Mr. October.
Getting him here made us much better.
With all new interviews and insights.
I didn't really pay attention to what they wrote or did.
The Bronx is Burning. Presented by Cadillac tonight, only on MSG.
Good game in Boston. Knicks trail the Celtics 97-96. Knicks fans, you can text DECLARE to MSGNY right now for a chance to win a pair of VIP seats to see the Knicks take on the Memphis Grizzlies. That's this Saturday at 7:30. Text DECLARE to MSGNY to win. Knicks in Boston tonight, trying to beat the Celtics. Celtics are without Paul Pierce, their all-star guard. Has that thumb injury. He's listed day to day. And with a big game coming up for Boston on Thursday at home against Cleveland, Pierce sitting this one out. They've been bothering him on the West Coast trip where he struggled the last couple of games. And Eddie House will bring it up, the former Celtic. Chandler. Once again, they have the noise meter. And his House set it on the shot clock, pass inside, deflected. They don't need the noise meter here. These fans are too good. Tony Allen, reverse layup, banks it in. Celtics up 3.
Knicks now giving up 18 points off of turnovers. Must protect the ball. This foul will be a non-shooting one. So the Knicks should have it along the sideline.
And in case you're wondering, who is that Knick? Wearing number 5, it's Billy Walker, who came along with Eddie House and J.R. Giddens in the trade for Nate Robinson. And Walker playing and playing well. And Davis whacks David Lee. 4th foul on Glenn Davis.
Saw the agility of the big man that time, moving like a cat.
And Walker will sit. Walker with 7 points, 2 rebounds, very active in 12 minutes. That highlight alley-oop dunk as Rodríguez comes back in. By the way, the foul on Davis just his 3rd.
Rodríguez has been catalytic in the first half, stealing and dealing. Fishing from downtown.
Plus 16 points, flips up and in. 18 points for Rodríguez, and the Knicks back within 1. He has been superb tonight. 2 more steals as well. Remember, he had 8 last night, 1 shy of the Knicks franchise record.
If he doesn't steal, he's deflecting lots of balls.
Allen looking.
Look at the Knick defense. I like this.
Wallace inside to Davis. Davis stripped. And a reach-in foul call on Eddie House. Nope, they don't call it. They call it on Chandler. Chandler picks up his fourth. Tony Allen sits and Rondo back in.
Allen doesn't like it. Disappointment on his face. But Rondo has been splendid. 15 points, 14 assists from Rondo.
The Celtics as a team, 31 assists. That is a great number. Knicks have 22.
Celtics averaged 23 on the season. Knicks around 21. So it's been a game of dishing and swishing tonight. We still have a lot to go.
Davis hits a pair. Knicks down 3. After such a poor performance last night, Knicks with a very impressive bounce-back performance, second game of a back-to-back tonight. Can they finally snap the losing streak? Rodríguez gets inside, off balance, won't go. Wallace the rebound.
Good D by Davis, smothering him.
Rondo, nice pass to Davis. Pretty feed for his 15th assist of the night.
And that time it was all Davis, the good D, and then hooping off the glass.
Rodríguez. 6.5 remaining. Rodríguez to Lee. Lee outside, nails the jumper. David Lee, 26 points, 14 rebounds, and 3 assists.
Lee hushing the crowd again.
Hushing the noise meter. Nate Robinson jump shot. That's good.
And this phenomenal shooting continues.
Robinson's second field goal. Both teams, tremendous shooting the ball tonight. Celtics 58, Knicks 56%. Chandler, nice fake to get rid of Wallace. Jump shot, that's good.
That's why that kind of defense is fake. You want to stay on your feet, try to get close to the guy, and not just do what you just saw Wallace do.
Chandler, an impressive game, 19 points, 7 of 11 from the field. Rondo,
drop off.
Yeah, that's what Chandler does. Davis shot. Rebound tipped and taken by Rodríguez. Rodríguez pushing it up the floor. Gets it House. House for 3. Won't go. Tipped by Harrington. Ball poked loose.
Look at Davis.
Davis just flailing along the baseline. And it's going to be Nick Ball.
Mauling House, but no foul called.
Wilson Chandler, an impressive outing, Clyde. As Chris Duhon greets his teammates. Chandler, 19 points. Knicks down 3. 5.5 to play, fourth quarter from Boston.
Chandler duping and hooping that time.
Tonight after the game, we've got what you need. Highlights, analysis, the inside story from Coach D and the players, plus a trip around the league. Ford Knicks postgame, only on MSG.
Will bankruptcy put an end to the harassing calls from creditors?
We're struggling to pay our bills.
Is bankruptcy an option?
Can I possibly keep my house?
What about keeping my car?
Can bankruptcy stop foreclosure proceedings?
Yes. My law firm may help you get a fresh start while protecting your home, your car, and your peace of mind. Call us for a free consultation.
Will I ever be able to get credit again?
Yes, because bankruptcy isn't the end. It's a new beginning. In today's economic times, are you struggling to pay your mortgage, credit card, or medical bills? I'm David Pankin. Before you enter credit counseling payment plans you can't afford, find out how bankruptcy may help you get out of debt and get the fresh financial start you need. Immediate financial relief could be a phone call away. Get the whole picture. Call 888-LAW-9600. As always, your consultation is confidential and free. And remember, bankruptcy is not the end. It's a new beginning.
Dish Network claims they have the same TV as DirecTV for less. Really? What Dish doesn't tell you is that if you're one of the millions who love FX, Hallmark, Animal Planet, or Bravo, you won't get them with Dish Network's basic package. In fact, you won't get any of these 42 channels. With DirecTV's basic package, you get all of these channels and a whole lot more. So don't be fooled by Dish Network. When you compare, DirecTV wins every time.
Entertaining game tonight in Boston. 5.5 remaining in the fourth. Knicks trailing by 3. Our Kia card player profile man is Rajon Rondo, Clyde.
Yeah, he's been the man. I was talking to Tommy Heinsohn, the Celtic legend. He says Rondo is a mathematical genius. He's adding up some numbers tonight, folks. Both dishing and switching 15 and 15. So he's been omnipresent on both ends of the court.
Well, they said that he used to do the math homework for his family when he was a kid. And that was his favorite subject growing up. Well, one thing he can count is $55 million. That's the extension that he signed earlier this season, his 5-year deal. What a season it's been for him. Made his first All-Star team, #1 in the NBA in steals, #4 in assists. He's the subject of our Kia card player profile. Kia Motors, the power to surprise.
Yeah, he must continue to work on his free throws. Only a 59% shooter from there, and of course the mid-range jumper, which was catapult him into superstardom.
Tracy McGrady, who sat for a good long time. Good ball denial from Nate Robinson. And Mike D'Antoni upset that they didn't get free and he had to burn a 20. Credit Robinson, his ball denial on Eddie House. And McGrady, who's been sitting since about the 5-minute mark of the third quarter, comes back in.
Yeah, both teams know now they've got to apply themselves a little more on the defense. Especially the Celtics, that's one of their fortes. If they want to prevail tonight, they've got to start getting stops.
Next up for the Knicks, they'll be on the road. Face the Wizards on Friday night down in Washington, D.C. Live coverage gets underway at 6:30. Chase Knicks game night. Tip-off shortly after 7. McGrady comes in for Al Harrington. Harrington has played well. 18 points, 6 of 10 shooting. Ball knocked out of bounds. Harrington might be the odd man out right now in terms of rotation with McGrady in. And he's been up and down in terms of his playing time since then. We talked about Nate Robinson, the way he handled it. Harrington's been a real pro. The way he's handled sometimes playing time not going in the fourth quarter.
I think Gallo might be vulnerable as well.
Yeah, you're right, Clyde.
Gallo's game is suffering now.
He has not played well tonight. Chandler. Fakes, drives, stripped, gets it back, knocked down.
Good hands by Nate, very persistent on the play.
Knicks down by 3. Celtics with the starting lineup except for Nate Robinson.
Knicks have been overwhelmed in the paint, and there it goes again.
Great pass from Rondo for his 16th assist. 107-102.
Celtics 58 points in the paint to 38 for the Knicks.
And the Celtics 58% shooting. House looking. David Lee drives on Perkins. Spins, kicks it out. Bad pass. Threw it well above Chandler. And the Knicks turn it over for the 17th time.
Now you see the Celtics moving and grooving. Those feet, those hands, and a nice pass right there. Bedeviling the Knicks in the paint.
Well, Nate Robinson getting the big minutes here in his first game. Doc Rivers putting him right into the thick of things. Garnett jump shot, in and out, won't go. Eddie House the rebound. Knicks down 5.
Oh, Will had the mismatch on Nate, should have taken him.
Rodríguez on the drive. Kicks it out to Chandler. Chandler to Lee. Lee against Perkins. Lee, short. Perkins, one of the best defensive centers in the NBA.
See now the Celtics tighten up their D. The Knicks are rushing their shots.
Rondo looking to pass. Finds Perkins. Perkins against Chandler. Falling away. Line drive shot won't go. Lee his 15th rebound. 107-102. Knicks down by 5 as we come up on 3.5 minutes remaining here in the fourth.
Coach wants McGrady. He's telling them to get it into teammates. There it is.
McGrady, the height advantage on Ray Allen. McGrady leans in. Looked like he got hit. David Lee knocks down the shot. It's a 3-point game. Rondo walks it up the floor.
This is where Chandler should drop off of Rondo. He could help on the interior.
They lob it into Garnett, and Garnett nearly throws it away. Rodríguez trying to pester Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Robinson pulls up the 3. Won't go. Rebound. Eddie House.
His second consecutive bound by House.
He's got 4 rebounds, 5 assists.
Yeah, you like your guards getting those deep rebounds. Free throw line extended.
McGrady with Garnett on him. McGrady drives, gets inside, layup, banks it in, and it's a one-point game with 2:43 to play. Pretty play from McGrady, beating Garnett off the dribble.
And the Knicks' true grit now is showing. They rarely quit. They might be erratic sometimes, inept, but they can get it together as they're doing now. So good composure by these Knicks. T-Mac wheeling and dealing off the glass.
A 20-second timeout called by Boston, and now a full timeout.
When Motor Trend says you're good, you're good. But when they name the Ford Fusion 2010 Car of the Year, that means there's nothing better. Except getting 0% financing plus $2,000 cash back during the Leadership Sales Drive. Car of the Year, deal of the century at your Tri-State Ford dealer.
Got to make a play here. Find the opening. Be precise. Hit that guy. Hit that guy. Got to make a play. Go. Hit that guy. Let's do it again.
Winning takes intense preparation.
Catch it. Catch it.
It starts with Wheaties Fuel. A bold honey cinnamon crunch cereal with complex carbs and B vitamins.
New Wheaties Fuel. Prepare to win.
Leadership isn't given, it's earned. Now Ford quality is unsurpassed by Honda and Toyota, and Ford Edge is raising the bar. Now during our Leadership Sales Drive, get 0% financing plus $2,000 cash back. Unbelievable quality, incredible deal at your Tri-State Ford dealer.
You gotta love this.
All right, here we go, baby.
What a pass by Smith. Drives the lane for the big goal. That was awesome. Oh, my goodness. Oh, there's one for the highlight reel. Fadeaway out of the way. Oh, what a shot. This is amazing. (107-106). 2:43 remaining, fourth quarter in Boston. IOTV presents the HD highlight of the game. Incredible HD picture and sound, free with IOTV. Big bucket Clyde from Tracy McGrady, who's done more passing than shooting tonight.
Yeah, the coach called his number. He delivered that time, slicing between three Celtics as he would not be denied. And inexplicably, the Knicks only 67 points last night. Now they have 106, but will it be enough to prevail against these Celtics?
106 against one of the best defensive teams in the NBA, but it shows you the Celtics are not up to par defensively of their norm. Our four-game summary. See the Knicks in the second quarter, 60%. David Leo, another strong game. Ray Allen's been terrific for Boston.
The Knicks must protect the paint. They've been overwhelmed in there tonight. They need a big stop now.
Knicks shot 58% in the first quarter, 60 in the second, 55 in the third, and 50 here in the fourth. Ray Allen calling for it against Rodríguez. Oh, pass inside, deflected. Excellent defense. Rodríguez first, and then McGrady.
They should go back to T-Mac. That's why he's on the team.
Now Daniels is guarding McGrady. Daniels with good length defensively. Pass to Chandler in the right corner. Puts up the three. Way short. Not a good shot there with Garnett coming out at him. As we come up on 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth. It's been an impressive performance from the Knicks. Coming back from 14 down earlier in the first half. Garnett to Daniels. Daniels' layup is good. 109-106.
Both teams can be aggressive. They have fouls to give.
Daniels starting in place of the injured Paul Pierce. Eddie House in and out. That one halfway down.
Like Chandler, though, a dubious shot selection now by the Knicks.
2 quick threes by the Knicks. They've shot the ball well from three-point range, although they've missed their last 6. Garnett, head fake. Won't go. Rebound tipped and taken once again by Eddie House, his 5th rebound. 1:20 remaining.
Knicks relying too much on their deep shot. Move the ball. David Lee. Utilize Lee inside.
Rodríguez has been getting in the paint. Looks, dribbles, drives underneath, trying to find something. Perkins deflects it out of bounds. And it's still Nick Ball with 5 on the shot clock. Several times the Knicks have tied it in the second half, but they've yet to take a second half lead. They briefly led by 1 in the first half. Inbound McGrady. Daniels right up on him. McGrady driving, and a foul on Daniels. Only the third team foul, but it'll put 14 seconds up on the shot clock.
You like the persistence and aggression by Daniels, but you must know the scenario. When T-Mac got the ball, there were only 5 seconds on the shot clock. So no need to bail him out.
Lee and McGrady play catch. A minute remaining. Knicks down 3. Could use a bucket here. David Lee looking, gets it to House. House falls down, gets back up in dribble. 4 on the shot clock. Lee finding Chandler. Chandler layup blocked by Ray Allen, and a 24-second violation. What a defensive play from Ray Allen coming out of nowhere.
And he does it with the left hand, but David Lee should take the shot right there. And Allen, good pursuit with the left hand and the rejection.
Ray Allen not known for his defense, making the play there. You're right, though, Clyde. David Lee was open, although Garnett was in the vicinity. He has that impact on you when you're playing against him. Knicks need to stop desperate here. They're down by 3. Garnett. Daniels looking inside of Perkins, lost it out of bounds. Nick ball, and Mike D'Antoni calls timeout with 31.8 seconds remaining, and his team down by 3. This has been a fun, entertaining game in Boston. Knicks with the ball, trailing by 3 when we return.
Ohio State University. The University of Texas Southern University.
California, Berkeley.
Old Dominion University. Harvard University.
The University of Virginia.
Texas A&M. Norfolk State University. University. Arizona State. Pennsylvania State University.
The few, the proud, the Marines. It has a race-inspired suspension, a very good thing considering the 280 horsepower engine. The powerful Acura TL.
Take advantage of attractive offers on the 2010 TL for well-qualified customers.
Fun game at the TD Garden in Boston. Celtics right now with a 3-point lead. It's the Knicks ball with 31.8 remaining. We'll have the Ford Knicks postgame coming up. We'll hear from Mike D'Antoni and some of the Knicks. As Monty McCutcheon talks with Tracy McGrady. Thumbs up, says McGrady. McGrady hasn't scored much tonight, but has a team-high 8 assists.
And you wonder now, will they use him as a decoy by going into T-Mac, drawing a double team and trying to find an open Eddie House.
Will the Knicks try and score a quick 2? Lee right back to McGrady. McGrady fires up the 3. Short, no good. Rebound out to Daniels.
The last 3 Knicks shots have been what I think have been rushed 3-point shots. One by Chandler and then House, and this one by T-Mac.
The Knicks don't have to foul. There's a 2-second difference. They don't necessarily have to, especially now as House fouls. And now the Celtics have a chance to make it a 2-possession game. I don't know if that's obviously 2.4 difference between the shot clock and game clock, but now you give Boston a chance to make it a 2-possession game, Clyde.
Yeah.
Now the Knicks had a foul to give, so it doesn't matter right now. So now they'll inbound. And the Celtics are going to call timeout, and as you say, that is worse.
It's going to take a little more time off the clock.
I don't know if a foul there was the right situation. You don't give yourself much time. If the Celtics miss a shot, say they miss a shot, you get the rebound. Now you're down to a second.
It too close.
Yeah, it's a very difficult choice to make.
That's where they are now, between a rock and a hard place.
So the Knicks will try and get a steal on the inbounds. And if not, we'll have to foul right away. Now they have to hope that Boston misses free throws. This will be a tough one for the Knicks to pull out now.
Of course, they're going to try to get it to Ray Allen, one of the best in the league, to go to the line.
Well, this is the second meeting between the two. The first one was back on November 22nd at the Garden. Knicks came back from a big deficit to tie the game and went to overtime. And you see the final seconds. Knicks played good defense on Paul Pierce. He found Garnett. Garnett had a quiet night until then. At the buzzer, he nails the shot to break the tie and give the Celtics the overtime win.
Tonight, no Pierce. Pierce did not play because of an injury. Garnett distinguished himself. Ray Allen, but it has been a Rondo show. Putting up big numbers with his dishing and his swishing tonight.
15 points, 16 assists for Rondo. As we'll have the Knicks perhaps come up short. The Ford postgame show will come up next. Immediately following the game, we'll hear from Mike D'Antoni. He'll talk about the new Knicks, and all four new Knicks that played tonight did some good things. Sergio Rodríguez, 18 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. Eddie House had 5 assists, 5 rebounds. McGrady, a team-high 8 assists. And even Billy Walker in 12.5 minutes was very active. He had 7 points and a couple of rebounds. He's on the floor now. Knicks now have to come up with a steal. Knicks still have 1 timeout remaining. Do not have a foul to give. Robinson gets free. You can throw it in the backcourt. Rondo doesn't see him. Gets it to Garnett, and they quickly foul Garnett.
Rondo, too lackadaisically. When you're taking the ball out, you never want to turn down guys. He turned down Nate, and then he turned down Daniels, and finally threw it into Garnett.
So Garnett right now to the line for 2. As you see, he's 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Celtics 16 of 20 as a team. Even one made free throw of the 2 makes it a 2-possession game.
Oh,
Garnett misses the first.
Oh, that adds a little more pressure to you, folks. You're missing that one.
Makes you think a little bit. Garnett for his career, a very good free throw shooter, 78%. Not everybody can watch.
Yep, now under duress.
Garnett nails that one. That makes it a 4-point game. Rodríguez looking to push. Knicks have to score as quickly as possible. Rodríguez back for House. House fires up the 3. Won't go. And that will do it. As Ray Allen gets the rebound. And the Knicks fall short. A very entertaining game. Knicks were right there throughout down the stretch, but missed their last 5 shots. Perhaps settle for some threes, some rush shots, as they fall short and lose their 8th in a row. Nate Robinson in his debut, 16 minutes, 4 points, a rebound, and an assist for the Celtics. As Boston wins at 110-106, Tracy McGrady was the distributor tonight. But the Knicks fall short. As we'll look at our numbers behind tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Oppenheimer Funds. David Lee missed tremendous numbers again, 28 points, 15 boards, 3 assists. And Rajon Rondo ties his season high with 16 assists, 3 more steals. He's the league leader in that department as Rondo continues his all-star season. Tonight's player of the game spotlight brought to you by Oppenheimer Funds. Oppenheimer Funds, the right way to invest. Knicks fall short and drop their 8th straight as the Celtics beat them in Boston.
This is NBA Action. This week, the Thunder are making noise behind their young star.
Oh, Kevin Durant!
And Miami is heating up in the East.
Keep on moving the ball, we'll get something open.
We'll spotlight big man Kendrick Perkins and bring you the top 10 plays of the week.
Clock winding down, that one baked in by Marcus Williams. Holy cow!
Showtime! Look at that! Oh, baby! Oh, how sweet it is! Oh, my!
You are watching what greatness is all about. Oh, you gotta love that action!
We begin by taking you into the action in the Western Conference with the league's hottest team, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
The goal as an organization is to ultimately win a championship, but for us to do that, we got to take slow steps and each step at a time.
Westbrook down the lane. Durant going to get busy and deep. Green, but a nasty get out of my way reverse.
The Thunder, a vastly improved team.
It's all based on how we go out and the approach we take as a team and as an organization. So hopefully some good things come out of it.
The pressure we have every night is to play hard and play together. We did that tonight for 48 minutes. Good job.
Me on three. 1, 2, 3.
This season, no team appreciates their success more than the Thunder, who've made a remarkable turnaround from 1 year ago.
We're getting better. We're improving. I like what the guys are doing. They're believing in each other. They get along very well. We just have to keep working and keep fighting away, and we will move forward as the season goes.
Last season, the Thunder had just 4 wins over the first 2 months. But this year, they went into the All-Star break with a 6-game winning streak and a much improved record of 30-21.
Off of Green's screen.
Our defensive habits are a lot better. That's helped us win a lot more games. And we've played a pretty tough schedule. We've handled it pretty well, and hopefully we keep it going.
The Thunder rely on a young cast of players, and the undisputed leader is Kevin Durant. In just his 3rd season, he's become one of the league's most dangerous scorers and is already etching his name in the record books.
And Durant has made NBA history. His 23rd consecutive game with at least 25 points.
We need him to score buckets. We try to find him as much as possible, so he does a great job making decisions. And if it comes down to it where his streak don't continue and we win, I think he'll just be just as happy.
Recently, Durant took his place among the NBA's elite when he made his All-Star debut in Dallas.
Kevin Durant from Oklahoma City at the buzzer from downtown.
Good, man. Party. Here's your first All-Star game. You get 108,000 come see you play. Crazy.
Let's play for each other, man. I love you, dude, man. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family. I love you too, Kevin.
After the All-Star break, the Thunder took a 7-game winning streak to New York for a thriller against the Knicks and their newest addition, Tracy McGrady.
Westbrook over to the right wing, top of the arc, Durant for 3. Oh, pure! Kevin Durant! And we're heading for overtime. The Knicks take the 3-point lead to start overtime. To the right sideline, he's the hash mark, rise and fire 3. And he hits it again. And we're tied at 108. 16 to shoot, he's on the right side, guarded by Chandler. Now crosses him over, down the lane, fires a 16-footer and hits. House, rebound, left wing, Gallo fires! Off the heel, no! Zabalosha tracks it down, and that'll do it. Wow.
It was a tough one for us. The Knicks were playing very well. Tracy McGrady came back strong, and it was a good team one for us.
Next, they rolled past the Timberwolves with the help of Russell Westbrook's triple-double.
Durant just inside the free throw line. Westbrook, hello!
And Durant continued his own streak.
Durant leans back, shoots and scores! +1! Durant has 25+ for the 28th consecutive game.
We're grown up and we're more mature as a group. We're playing together. I think if we continue to do that and with also playing hard, then anything can happen for us.
Stay tuned. Back with more NBA action. Welcome back to NBA action. This week's timeout features one of the top candidates for 6th Man of the Year, Atlanta's Jamal Crawford.
Let's take a timeout with me, Jamal Crawford.
Crawford for 3. He got it! Crawford on the crossover. Crawford to the rim. Crawford the layup. Crawford mishandled, fires away. Oh! Hits the 3 and a foul! Chance for a 4-point play.
Bibby to inbound. Crawford for the win. Got it! What a remarkable run Jamal Crawford has had in 4th quarters.
My favorite move on the court is doing a crossover dribble.
For Crawford, man, look at that move by Jamal Crawford.
comes Crawford in transition. Behind the back and the finger roll. What a move by Jamal Crawford.
Now here's Crawford the other way.
Great move.
Goodness. Yep.
That's what you call an ankle breaker right there.
Crawford out the left side. Waits for the screen. Gets it. And Jamal Crawford lays it in.
Oh, my goodness. That was beautiful.
My favorite dunk of all time is either Michael Jordan jumping from the free throw line.
Mission control, ready for launch.
Look at the hang time. Look at the flying motion. Look at his head above the rim.
Or Dominique Wilkins windmill.
This is the championship. Dominique Wilkins and Michael Jordan. Oh, mercy. He has so much power. Now just look at this explosiveness as he takes off right in front of him. The complete 360 wheeler dealer.
My favorite basketball announcer's live call is bingo.
Sessions a dig down. Out to Crawford. Bingo!
And he is red hot.
If I could be 4 inches taller or a full step faster, I'd just be a full step faster.
Crawford with the handles. And then the jumper.
You know, I'm not a guy who likes a lot of attention. If I'm 6'9", everywhere I go, I'm pretty much gonna get recognized. So I'd rather just be a full step faster. That's it. Time's up.
Now it's time to recap the news of the week in instant replay, beginning with a recap of last week's NBA trades. A number of teams were busy before the trading deadline, and players were on the move all over the league. The Wizards traded Caron Butler to Dallas in a deal that sent Josh Howard to Washington, though Howard is now out for the season with a knee injury.
And here we go. Butler again. Oh, and he gets the big finish.
In another swap, Portland added defense by acquiring veteran Marcus Camby. In return, the Blazers sent Steve Blake and Travis Outlaw to the Clippers.
The old cliche is defense wins championships, so I'm definitely going to try to bring my hard hat each night.
The Cavaliers bolstered their roster for a title run, adding two-time All-Star Antoine Jamison and guard Sebastian Telfair. It was part of a three-team trade that sent Zydrunas Ilgauskas to Washington, with Drew Gooden going west to the Clippers.
Well, now is Jamison.
One of the Cavs' main challengers, the Celtics, brought in some backcourt help with a trade for three-time slam dunk champ Nate Robinson. And the biggest name to find a new home was Tracy McGrady, as the seven-time All-Star joins the New York Knicks.
T-Mac with the rock me baby left hand off the glass.
McGrady was part of a three-team deal that sent power forward Carl Landry to Sacramento, with Kevin Martin bringing his smooth shooting touch to Houston.
Martin, turnaround, jump shot!
And that's the way Landry played in Houston. He is strong, he is tough. He should have been a first-round pick.
And our snapshot of the week is Carmelo Anthony hitting the game-winning jumper over LeBron James in overtime, leading Denver over Cleveland. We're back with more of NBA action. Now, let's go back into the action, this time in the Eastern Conference, for a look at the Miami Heat.
Off we go on another Miami Heat NBA adventure.
We want to put together a string of good basketball.
Joel Anthony with a block. Here comes Dwayne. No look for Arroyo.
There's a lot of teams in the East, it's well noted, that have gone on runs. We started out the season out of the gates with a strong start.
Wade with a steal. Oh my!
Since then, we have not had a consistent run like a lot of the other teams, and we're trying to put together that consistent stretch right now.
Right! Hammers it home off a seated assist from Jermaine O'Neal. Start to finish, this one had Heat written all over it.
Now the Heat's challenge is to come back tomorrow night in Atlanta and win a back-to-back game on the road, something they haven't done very well this whole season.
After a 5-game losing streak that threatened their playoff position, Miami turned up the heat on opponents and recaptured their winning formula.
On the cut, Wade jumps it inside to O'Neal. He powered it in.
We're going to play through Dwayne, play through Jermaine's post-ups, and the rest of us fill in where we got to fill in at. And that's the beauty of our team. Everyone understands their role.
Heat have done what they needed to do to win this game.
Anytime you lose 5 in a row, With the kind of guys we have, you know, you bounce back and you respond, and that's what we've done.
The first post-All-Star contest for the All-Star MVP is right here. Dwayne Wade is in the house tonight.
Picking up where he left off in the All-Star game, Dwayne Wade dominated against the 76ers as the Heat opened the second half of the season with an easy win.
Miami Heat with a wire-to-wire victory.
Now Miami tied for the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference. It all revolves around their star player, Dwayne Wade.
But in New Jersey, Miami's teamwork would be put to the test when Wade was injured in the first quarter. And the word is now that Dwayne Wade is done for the night.
Leave that behind and let's start to play and get into this game, okay?
Powered by Michael Beasley, the Heat pulled together to win their 4th straight game. Miami gets it done without Dwayne Wade, who was forced to leave this game in the first quarter.
It's getting better. It's not getting worse. So I want to make sure that it's healthy and that I don't have to, you know, keep going in and out when I come back.
The Heat are searching for their 5th straight win and their 4th in a row on the road. And without their superstar, everybody collectively will have to step up.
In Wade's absence, his teammates once again answered the challenge in Memphis.
Here's where you miss your superstar, Dwayne Wade, at crunch time. Beasley, kaboom, Michael Beasley.
Beasley had a career-high 30 points, but it would take 2 overtimes and some clutch plays from Udonis Haslem to finally put away the Grizzlies.
Udonis got contact, got the score. Pick and roll with Haslem, he crushes it. Udonis Haslem with 8 of his 10 points here in the second overtime, and the Heat just stuck a dagger into the heart of the Grizzlies.
I just try to be aggressive. Just stay in the game, stay focused, help my team however I can. You know, we got something special going on right now.
Although their winning streak would come to an end the next night in Dallas, the Heat have been able to maintain their spot in the standings as they await the return of their superstar.
I think we're pretty dangerous. I mean, right now, I don't think we've earned the right to be mentioned as far as the top teams in the East. We've been pretty inconsistent, but I think we're kind of on the upswing right now and trying to get back to the middle of the pack and see how far we can get to the top.
We'll take a quick timeout and be right back with more NBA action. Time now for more of NBA action. Now we shine the spotlight on the man in the middle for the Boston Celtics, Kendrick Perkins.
Offensive rebound. Kendrick Perkins is a man. Lays it down. Rejected inside by Perk.
Kendrick Perkins right now is like a heavyweight fighter.
There's been a beast out there on that glass.
Someone better lock up the beast. That beast is going nuts out there.
Kendrick Perkins of the Celtics is a throwback NBA center, an intimidating presence in the paint. He was the backbone of a star-studded championship team, and his no-nonsense approach is no act.
Doc Rivers always tell me, you know, you can't be somebody that you're not.
Perkins just who he is. You know, Perkins what you see. We want him to be a rebounder, a shot blocker. We want him to be physical. We want him to take that scowl off his face every once in a while.
I always keep a frown on my face all the time when I'm on the court, so it's just like, I'm gonna play hard, I'm gonna play rough, but, you know, it's just me, so I'm just being myself. I feel like I've always been that guy since, you know, middle school, so why stop it when I get to the NBA?
But you'd be surprised to learn how this gruff big man spent his youth in Texas.
I was raised by my grandparents, so it was like I had to go to church at least every other day out the week or something like this. So I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I was in the choir, I was an altar boy, I was an usher, so I was pretty much involved in the church all the way through my senior year in high school.
So is it true that Kendrick is always serious?
That young man is a physical force, never smiles. That's just him.
I do smile. I'm a cool guy off the court.
We know it's Gucci. We see that G on the side.
But you gotta see it on the front. There you go. There you go. You know, once you get on the court, it's your job. And it's hard to smile when you're playing with KG. He got you all pumped up. And he don't never smile either. So it's just like you playing on the side of him. I'm kind of feeding off of him a lot, feeding off his energy.
If you don't think there is some Kevin Garnett blood now running through the veins of Kendrick Perkins, you're not paying attention.
You can see it, man. You can see it. If you look on his face, he don't have a doubt in his face. In his look in his face, there's no doubt in his face.
Perkins scares the daylights out of some folks in the front row.
For all his ferocity as a player, few get to see the other side of Kendrick Perkins.
It kind of bothers me because I know different. And everybody thinks he's so mean, but he's not. It's just how he portrays himself on the court. But he's a great husband, great father. Him and my son get along perfect. They love each other.
I told you I'm a pretty good guy.
Showtime, baby.
Next, it's time for this week's edition of Sounds of the Game.
We notice that there is no Kobe Bryant for the Los Angeles Lakers, missing his 5th consecutive game.
We want him back as soon as possible. We need him to be healthy.
After all the dust settles now, Antoine Jamison winds up in Cleveland.
Welcome to the team,
There is a buzz in the building when these two teams get together.
Best wish to go out to George Karl.
Of course, George, a very big story as he announced that he is battling throat cancer. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Good. Oh, yeah, I got a road ahead of me. It's difficult, but yeah. I've been on those roads before. Thoughts and prayers are with you. You're going to do great.
Oh, hey!
Number 3, Tracy McGrady.
We came to be the Celtics and play basketball. That's going to be our focus.
Let's get back to playing basketball, be aggressive, and look to attack this team.
Look at Aldridge run the floor.
We got to get our defense going. And we got to get it going now, all right?
Knocks that one out of bounds.
Come on, let's go now. We got a guard. Let's go. Time to go.
Mary going for the stump, men at the top by Amari Stoudemire.
I still think we can outrun them a little bit more. We can still attack this team. I think penetration will wear them out.
Nice quick spin move off of LeBron James. Gets the ball to go.
Coming up next, we'll bring you this week's Courtside Countdown.
Reads it, backs it out, takes it down the paint, slams it down over Memo.
Welcome back to NBA Action. Now it's time for the top 10 plays of the week in our Courtside Countdown. At 10, the Bobcats run into rejection at the hands of the Bucks' Andrew Bogut.
Dion, what shot, Bogut, his 5th. What a beauty that was.
At 9, Jason Kidd leads the break and spots the trailer.
Dallas comes out of the pack with a steal.
Kidd with a defensive play.
Leaves for Marion, and he will swipe Duncan.
Kidd with a steal, Kidd with an assist.
At number 8 is LeBron James with a pass right through 2 defenders for J.J. Hickson.
They have also won 11 straight here at home. Here's Hickson, an identical copy of what we saw last week.
At 7, Houston's Chase Budinger beats the clock.
5 seconds, Budinger behind his back. He's got 1 second left. He gets it off in time, and it goes! Oh, Chase Budinger!
At 6, new Bull Hakeem Warwick makes a strong impression.
Warwick backing in, fakes, and goes out and stuffs the ball.
Oh, I don't want a massage, I want a facial. Oh, that was nice. Woo! That was nice.
At 5, it's Raymond Felton and Gerald Wallace.
Felton with a steal. Back to Wallace. Back to Felton. Here comes Gerald.
Raymond, excellent pursuit, not giving up on that basketball. Got the steal, then threw it up top to the force. He threw it down.
At 4, it's LeBron again, this time turning away Dwight Howard.
Howard shot blocked by James. Comes flying in, but thrown on the backboard.
At number 3, Carlos Boozer comes to the rescue for the Jazz.
It'll be Williams. Boozer, yes! Boozer ties it and sends the game to overtime.
At 2, Steve Nash overcomes all obstacles to beat the shot clock.
Asher tags it down, somehow got it. Oh my goodness. That is an unbelievable effort.
He's smiling. He's got a kick out of that one himself.
And at number 1, Vince Carter powers his way through the paint.
Carter drives, Carter to the rim, puts it up and in. Oh, strong move from Carter.
That's our show for this week. I'm Ian Eagle for NBA Action. We'll see you next time.